Gentlemen, stop. Apothecary has been handcrafting premium men's grooming products since 2007, made in a real lab with natural ingredients that actually work. And it's not just us saying it. Maven Apothecary is proudly endorsed by the St. Louis Beard and Mustache Club. From beard oils, balms, gloss, mustache wax, shave cream, and aftershave, to rich tallow soaps, tallow bombs, and tallow lip balms for the next level skincare. Plus, handcrafted candles, soaps, and body products perfect for your home or as a gift. My wife actually used the perfume there. She loves it. It smells great. No gimmicks, no hype, just results. Visit Maven Apothecary on the Hill in St. Louis, Missouri, 2131 Marconi Avenue, or shop online at mavenstl.com/discount/legendary and use promo code legendary at checkout for 10% off now through the end of the month. Maven Apothecary men's line, endorsed by the St. Louis Beard Mustache Club.
Oh my gosh, my dog is snoring right now.
You know about rolling down in the deep. When your brain goes numb, you can cut them into freeze. When the people got too much with the shit in slow motion, yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. What you know about rolling down in the deep?
This is the best show in the universe. The Anthony Rogers Show. Recorded live in downtown St. Louis. Do you even know where that is, you fucking idiot? Everyone else's show is most likely ran by someone that has a picture with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Remember when we found out that all the famous people, royals, politicians, etc. are just satanic pedophiles? Then we just did nothing about it and moved on with life. I think it was some Israeli blackmail scheme. Oh, well. Anyway, like I was saying, here's the Anthony Rogers Show. The best show in the universe.
Alright guys, the moment we've all been waiting for, you've already seen that on this podcast. Please put your hands together for Anthony Rogers.
How are you 15 people doing? You guys have a good night? Yeah. Cool. We got the black people in the back, just like the 60s. Fuck yeah.
And like everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
That's
Damn. Look at that asphalt. Residential asphalt services. Call Dan today.
Man, we are survivors of the longest intro in the entire world. Today we have guest host Nadia North. We have guest Mike Dickinson. How y'all doing?
Good.
Great.
You guys did a great job surviving that long. How do you guys sit through that as a guest? You're just like, holy fuck. I'm the host. I'm like, I don't even hear myself talk that much. I'm just like, that's like crazy, you know? Like, well, so Mike, what's it like being an entrepreneur legend and owning all the strip clubs in the Midwest?
You know, running strip clubs it's a hell of a job. It's, constant work, constant babysitting, constant ideas, constant. You don't get a vacation doing it. It's not as fun as it seems like it is in the movies.
You do it for charity, right? This isn't.
Yes.
You don't make money at all. You just love the game, right?
Exactly. You gotta really love the game and love what you're doing, because if not, it's not gonna work, because it's just so much to it.
Is it true this came to you when you watched Larry Flint's biography with is that Courtney Love and then Woody Harrelson?
Yeah, so many years ago, when I was much younger in high school, I saw the Larry Flint movie, People vs. Larry Flint, and then I read his book, and I was like a senior in high school back then, and I was like, this would be a really cool thing to do in my life. And back then I was sort of like looking at it from the way of like, I can go in there and raise hell, and I can change the world for the better, and free speech and all of that. And then I went to school, and I liked business, so it was kind of just the perfect way to combine what I like doing in business, strip clubs. But yeah, Larry Flint was the inspiration for all of it back in the day.
That's crazy. I did commercial real estate forever, so it's like really intriguing to me. I didn't know if it was like the real estate aspect of it too, or it's a little bit of everything probably.
Yeah, I was just so kind of just really liked what Larry did with all of the fighting for free speech. And I mean, yeah, Larry raised hell, but it was all for, something that was good, and the end of the, as we saw, like at the end of the movie and at the end of all of his legal fights, it's all ultimately been for something good, which is, the free flow of ideas. And the problem we have a lot of times in America is, we like ideas when there are ideas, but when somebody else has ideas or when somebody else tells a joke, everybody gets bent out of shape. But it's okay as long as we say the joke, but not for them.
Right.
And I loved the fact what Larry Flint did with all of that, and with Hustler, pushing envelopes and pushing boundaries and having a good time while he did it. But that was kind of the genesis of this whole idea of me running strip clubs.
That's crazy. That was the first magazine I was ever in.
Hustler?
Yeah, it was Hustler. That's serious. I think I was like 19 or 20. So I did see briefly too, like, you're into politics, right?
Yeah. I did the political thing for a minute. I did some of Larry's ideas to get attention and fight for what you believe in. And I'm not doing any political stuff right now, but I did that for a minute. And people, it's just crazy how the world is, and people like stuff as long as you're fighting exactly for what they want. But when you say, well, let's take this and let's not be hypocritical about it. Let's say, if we're going to give free speech, let's give it to everybody. If we're going to let people make a decision on this, everybody should be able to make that decision. Mm-hmm. But politics is all, it's very much people that have very closed minds, and they want stuff as long as it benefits them.
I'm just getting off work. What are you doing? You good or not?
I'm doing great so far.
Just want to see it a bit, eh?
I did see that you had a little pushback from the party too, because they were giving you a hard time for misrepresenting or something, like your business, or I was like, are you kidding me?
The dumbest thing, it's a bunch of people who are angry with themselves or whatever, and they've got no problem with any of their people that own businesses. But business is business, and I don't care what you do as long as you're making a buck the legal way. Who cares? I mean, if it's something you're doing and it's legal and you're not hurting anybody and you're just helping people make a living. And I used to say, I think the thing that got them really bent out of shape was I asked them. They brought it up and they're like, oh, you own strip clubs. You're this terrible person. I asked them, I was like, well, how many of you own companies where you employ single mothers who, have to have an erratic schedule because they have babysitter problems, who have to have an erratic schedule because, the husband or their baby's dad isn't around, who are trying to go to school and do all of this and make their lives better. None of them had any comeback to that. They none of them offered any of that, but yet I was made to be the bad guy because I did.
Yeah. God bless you. Honestly, it was pretty impressive when I was reading all that. So good job.
I'm total free speech too, and I love that. I'm free speech. Everybody disagrees also, and I think that's very important. It's a very important thing. And Frank, you want to start there, brother?
Anthony, this is Imogen Bailey.
Yo, what up? How you doing?
I see you're outside, Frankie. Taking a walk.
Yes. Hi, Anthony. I'm doing great so far.
Oh. You have a trivia?
What?
Yes. And how total outside City, Nova Scotia right now. And did you hear though there's a big snowstorm aiming towards Dallas, Texas this Saturday with a lot of ice pellets and freezing rain in Dallas, Texas. It's going to bring lots of snow in Little Rock, Arkansas on Saturday, where Donna Mantis lives. It's going to bring a whole lot of snow there.
What's
including Nashville, Knoxville, Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee. They're getting so much snow this Saturday. It's going to bring the heavy freezing rain in Atlanta, Georgia on Saturday, and Savannah, Georgia. It's going to bring lots of freezing rain in South Carolina, ice pellets. It's going to bring a lot of freezing rain, ice pellets, and snow in North Carolina. It's going to bring so much snow in Virginia and Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Baltimore and Ocean City, Maryland. It's going to bring so much snow on this Sunday coming up in Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Ocean City, Maryland. It's going to bring so much snow in the state of Maryland. And it's going to bring so much ice pellets and freezing rain in Dallas. This Saturday coming, it's going to bring. This is a big storm. It's going to affect northern Alabama, northern Mississippi as well, and northern Louisiana. It's going to bring a lot of snow in Arkansas, including Little Rock, Arkansas, home of the Donna Mantis podcast.
Well, thank you.
And that means it's going to bring. It's windy outside where I'm at right now in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Right now, things going great so far.
That's
things
where
going really well.
Nova Scotia.
Sydney, Nova Scotia again. I'm showing you Charlotte Street in Sydney.
A lot of snow.
Wow.
You have snow right now? Crazy. It was freezing outside today. It was like 20 in St. Louis. We don't have snow though, thank God. Oh my God, it was bad. I think 20 is ridiculous. Anything under 30 is probably ridiculous.
Then they got really dangerous cold hitting for Chicago on Friday. It's going to bring extremely cold temperatures to Chicago, Illinois this Friday coming. They got a big, huge polar vortex hitting for Western Canada, Great Lakes region with a lot of snow squalls, and the Great Lakes region as well. It's going to bring a cyclone in New Zealand this Wednesday and Thursday. It's going to bring over 100 millimeters of rain. That's around over 20 inches of rain in New Zealand. It's going to bring so much rain in Auckland, New Zealand, Gisborne, New Zealand, all those places from tropical cyclone. It's going to bring so much rain in New Zealand this Wednesday, New Zealand time, and Thursday, New Zealand time in Gisborne, New Zealand. It's daytime in New Zealand right now. Down in around Malaysia, it's 10:42 in the morning in Malaysia right now.
Nice. It's like 2 degrees here where I'm at right now.
It's 2. It's like it's like 29 here. That was ridiculous. It was 13 this morning, I think. Like my wife went to work. She said it was 12 or 13. Where are you from, Chris?
That means that it's minus. That means down in Darwin, Australia, getting so much rain right now. And North Island, New Zealand's getting a tropical cyclone. And over in Europe, they're getting lots of rain over in England and those places right now. Big storms going on in Europe, like windstorms going on lately. And up around China's getting cold weather. Siberia is extremely cold right now. A couple of months later, Siberia is going to warm up in March. Gradually, one day at a time in March.
Nice.
Wow.
Now, where do
you hear this?
Hey.
I studied weather models and things like this. And weather in Vancouver, British Columbia, is really dry right now. It's going to turn really wet next week in greater Vancouver and surrounding areas. And it's going to bring lots of snow. Washington, D.C. this Sunday coming. Ocean City, Baltimore, Richmond, Virginia, and all those places. It's going to bring so much snow in Little Rock, Arkansas this Saturday coming. Dallas, Texas getting a lot of mixed precipitation. Atlanta getting a lot of freezing rain. It's going to bring so much freezing rain in Atlanta, Georgia, and the surrounding areas.
Nice.
And it's really dry in California. Santa Ana winds going on in California right now. That could trigger a whole lot of fires there. And then that's so that did you hear about this? I'm showing you more information on Charlotte Street. That means next week is the final week of January. Then it'll be halfway in the summer in New Zealand. Once again, around February 1st, there'll be second half of the summer in New Zealand. Once again, around March 20th, fall begins in New Zealand. Spring begins in my area. Once again, around June 21st, winter begins there. Summer begins in my area. Then it'll be winter in New Zealand then. That means their winter is the opposite of my winter.
Okay. Well, thank you, sweetie. That is so sweet. You do a great job.
He's always
that
right.
means northern flights is going to be things like this tonight. Solar flares that intensify to really, really strong solar flares coming from the sun. And did you hear about this? Then you got the Olympics coming up 2 weeks from Friday. It's Milo Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. And in June 2026, it's the World Cup taking place in Dallas, Texas, and those places.
Where's that? It's in Dallas, Texas, you said?
The World Cup.
World Cup. Okay, is that soccer or something?
Some kind of soccer thing in Houston and those places. Houston's gonna have World Cup too.
Cool, man. I like how you call it some kind of soccer thing. That was great. That's like me. I'm not a big soccer guy either. Way bigger into hockey and stuff.
And did you hear what people? If you want to follow me on social media, my blue sky is at Frankie MacD. My link tree is Frankie MacDonald. And my Reddit is FrankDonald94. And my thread is at Frankie MacD94. And my TikTok is, and my X form Twitter is at Frankie MacD. And my threads is at Frankie MacD94. My link tree is Frankie MacDonald. My Facebook is Frankie MacDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD94. My TikTok is FrankDonald94. My clap is FrankDonald94. My Twitch is FrankDonald94. My Snapchat is FrankieMCD1. My YouTube channel is Dogs Wolves, and my link is Frank Donald. Best luck. I'm Frank Donald. You're listening to the Rogers Show every Tuesday nights.
All right, thanks, Frank. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Really good.
Brian. No, I'm into a lot of the same stuff you were saying about the Larry Flynn aspect of free speech and fighting for that. I liked a lot of that, and it was and what he did too, man. I think he was like a lot of those guys. I mean, had to keep pushing it forward. It'd be like, I mean, I look at today. I mean, they're banning basically it everywhere at this point, unless you put in like your. I think you have to put in your ID or something. People are talking. It's like, and no one's gonna do that probably, right? Like, like I doubt anyone's gonna put their ID on their port. I don't know. I feel like maybe they will. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy with everything they're doing with on the Pornhub and everything. You got to put your ID in, and all of the sites. You have to do the ID verification now. You know, so. And even on X, like the big thing that strip clubs have a problem with, and even a lot of the feature dancers and a lot of the adult stars is, you know, it seems like Meta is not consistent with what they allow and what they don't, especially like on Instagram. You can have a bunch of entertainers that post one picture of them at the beach, and then a bunch of other entertainers that post a picture of them at the beach or dancing, and they get hit with whatever and get their accounts taken down. It's a big problem. That's affecting like everyone from big stars to like, you know, stars that are trying to build accounts, to strip clubs. You know, strip clubs can't hardly keep accounts up on Instagram anymore because it's just like they have a war against us.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, nothing's consistent. You know, it's all censorship. Like it's completely.
Yeah.
Like, and then like speaking of that's perfect segue. Like Rumble Premium actually is why we use Rumble is because it's all free speech. You probably notice Rumble's growing fast. It's not slowing down. They're building a real alternative big tech that puts creators first and actually protects free speech. Now there's Rumble Premium, an easy way to upgrade your experience with Premium. You get ad-free viewing across the platform, no pre-rolls, no interruptions like this one right now. Just the content you came for. Plus, Premium members unlock exclusive content like bonus videos, behind-the-scenes drops made from your favorite creators. And right now, Rumble's offering $10 off an annual subscription. So go to rumble.com/premium, use promo code studio, or use the QR code on the screen if you're watching this on a TV or something. That's rumble.com/premium, promo code studio. No ads, more freedom of content you actually care about. And out of like all the people I've talked to, like Rumble legit is like I mean, everywhere else like bans me anonymously, and Rumble's like having meetings with me. So I'm like, I'm gonna go with the company that like meets with me and like wants to know what I think about stuff. And like features my content versus like just bans everything I ever say. You know, it's just like that. Like comedy's the same thing as your industry, man. It's like if you make a joke, like I think I said one time, I think like I don't know, who cares about the joke? But like you, whatever it is, I'm just saying like they will ban your words. That Hunter Biden laptop leak when everybody was posting all the links with him, the children and stuff. Like the feds are like, hey, Facebook, can you please take it down and ban him? So everybody's going to ban us all the time. And I doubt Thomas Jefferson was like free speech except for Facebook. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You know, like, it's like free. Like, the social media acts like it supersedes our Constitution and our rights as a country, as our rights as free people. You know?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Unfortunately.
Then we got to fight back. I mean, there's got to be some kickback on that. I mean, Hefner fought for it. I mean, like your guy Flynn fought for it. I mean, all these guys, like every generation, has got to be like, what are you doing? I mean, is it just like people ashamed of jerking off and their wives? Is that what it is? You mean, is it like that's the only people I can see against porn? Other than like I'm like religious and I don't even really care. You know what I mean? It's like I don't care. I mean, I know it's like probably not like Jesus probably doesn't want you either. But I'm just saying like I'm not the judge is what I'm saying. And like I don't think it's like it probably lowers the birth rate of morons. It probably does some other stuff. You know what I mean? Like more people are probably jerking off, getting. You know what I'm trying to say?
It just seems like people, it seems like there's a lot of just angry people in the world, and their whole life they're miserable, and they want to make everybody else miserable, and they do that by going after stuff that other people like, whether it's porn or strip clubs or beautiful women, whatever it is. You post a picture on social media with a hot girl, and you're gonna get a bunch of hater comments. I mean, yeah, I know all the time, and we post stuff about the strip clubs, and we post the dancers at the strip clubs on social media. You always get like all these guys who are, oh, they're ugly, or they don't actually work there, or they should just go on OnlyFans. They aren't even real. And it's like, and you look at these guys' profiles, and it's just they're pitiful. I mean, like, you can tell they haven't left their mom's basement in 10 years. Their whole life is just to make other people miserable.
Everybody has a big voice behind the, screen. It's easy to type something up or make a comment, It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, what annoys me more is like that when they're like certain groups of people try to act like they're like a protected class of citizens against criticism. Like you mean like oh, if someone's Jewish, immediately if you disagree with a Jewish person, you're anti-Semitic. Like immediately. I'm like no, I disagreed with you, and you played your religion as this weird defense mechanism to deflect onto me. I mean, it's like or like the black thing, like, oh, you can't make fun of. They make it we can't make fun of like trans people. Like, oh, don't make fun of trans people. It's like we can cut off our dick and tell your kids to, but you can't make a joke. And I'm like, where's the line? Like everyone should be able to be criticized across the board, no matter what you believe or what you don't believe. Everything is fair game. If we're drawing pictures of Prophet Muhammad to the Muslims, we are making fun of the trans people. We were making fun of the Jewish people. We were making fun of the black people, the white people, the women, the children. We're going after everybody. It's America. And I think that's I think you have to flex that every once in a while. And you have to like just be like, this is America. You may have forgot, but like we're allowed to say whatever we want. You're allowed to complain to me, but in no way is that a rule I have to follow because you complain. And I think that's where we're at.
I mean, one of the things in Hustler, Larry Flint's magazine, that I used to love back in the day when he actually wrote it. It was the asshole of the month, which was a front one of like the second or third page of the magazine every month. The asshole of the month, when he would just take some public figure who thought they were like, godly, like somebody that's above reproach, and just rip them to shreds over just rip everything about them to shreds. And it was hilarious to me, because that's the kind of like criticism we need of the government and people. It's not that serious. We're all here to laugh, have a joke, have a good time. And some of the stuff we do in the clubs, is like that. Like back in July, we got involved in the Sydney Sweeney controversy at Admiral Theater. We had a Sydney Sweeney Great Jeans contest, and we had, yeah, we had Great Jeans, Sydney Sweeney Great Jeans contest, and we of course got some haters about that, and it was just ridiculous, because the whole point of it was just to have a fun contest and play off of Sydney Sweeney and play off of the TMZ controversy. And of course, there are going to be some like negative people who are just going to bitch and moan about how, oh, that's discriminatory. And it was nothing discriminatory about it. It was just a fun contest and a fun event.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. No, I immediately love that idea. Like that's fucking hilarious.
Right? You got to be creative.
What are you saying, Nadia? Sorry, I keep talking.
So you have to be creative in this business, No,
what? That was creative. That's great, man. Like, no, you have to provoke everybody all the time. I mean, like in 10 years, we'll be baiting the racist people now again. They'll take the racists will take back over. We making fun of them. It's just like it'll just go back and forth over and over again. And it's just like, I mean, you got to stand your ground verbally at least. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like people will be like people literally say, they'll be like, well, you can say it, but that doesn't mean there's not consequences for it. I'm like, yeah, no, that's exactly what free speech actually means, is that there's no consequence for words ever. That's actually what it means. Like, and they're repeating like this like state propaganda or like corporate propaganda back to you, or like, I don't know who's funding it or wanting it to be said to me, but it's said to me a lot. And whenever you have the same opinions as everybody else, you're probably really smart. It's like you probably, you probably think for yourselves a lot, if you're repeating a script to everybody. It's like, it's just, I think we're past the cancel culture thing, which is good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they tried to call me like a white supremacist one time, man. Like I'm just like some fucking fat, fucking balded ginger. They're like, you think I'm here for the white race? I'm like, yeah, like I'm here to talk about the superiority of the white race. Like I got like a fucking beard gut and shit. You know, it's like the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Like if they said Nadia did that, it'd be like, okay, Nadia looks Aryan. We'll be like, okay, and like a perfect human. Like, you know, like she was way better as a human being. So I'm saying like if they're like she was pushing it, I'd be like maybe she has a point. I don't know. If I was pushing white supremacy, no one would listen to me. Example. They think you care about that. They're like, oh, you care? I'm like, I don't care about crayon colors. You know what I mean? Like my IQ's above like 30 or something. You know, it's like insane. Like they're like you're racist. I'm like that's like a real shortcut to thinking and like just makes no fucking sense. You know what I mean? It's just like there's one race, the human race. Sorry, you were never taught that. It's fucking insane. But also, you're not immune from criticism.
And it's just, you know, people just take things too. There's a large segment of people in America now. I don't know, they lost their sense of humor, and every single joke or comment or event, they want to find something to bitch or cry about. They don't understand that it's just fun. It's just funny. You know, there's nothing wrong about being funny or making light of a situation. I mean, that's how a lot of people deal with stress, and they deal with things is by having fun and laughing about it, you know. And there's nothing that's really too serious or off limits to make fun about, you know. I mean, I think that's, you know, that was the spirit of what Larry Flynt did, and that's kind of what I try to continue to do. And I think that a lot of the great comedians who survived all of the cancel culture BS, that's what they do. You know, they look at things and try to make them less serious so we can all cope with it and laugh about it.
I completely agree. I mean, I use humor for everything. It's like, you know, I'm sarcastic about certain things and even health stuff, you know, like when I had the brain tumor and stuff, I joke about it. I'd be lighthearted about it. I mean, it just helps. It helps your spirit, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck, like, sorry about the brain. Yeah, brain tumor's probably. I'm like, that's crazy as fuck. You had to survive that. It's like, that probably vexed. So
Really. Now, I saw you were into sports, right?
Yeah. I love baseball, college football. I watch all of them.
So you just watched what last night was it, or?
Yeah, the college football championship last night, Miami and Indiana.
Yeah.
I was at the club. I watched that. It was a great game. You know, Indiana is a team that came out of nowhere, and they got a coach that worked his ass off to get there, and they did it with a bunch of unknown players who are a little older. I mean, the whole game now with the college football, the way it is who can maneuver the transfer portal and who can maneuver the NIL money, because college sports is like a little major league now where you've got money and people can transfer. So it's a little, you know, bad, because back in the day it was loyalty. Like you'd have somebody that would be there 4 years and you would like, this is our guy. This is the year he's finally going to be good. And nowadays it's like, okay, the guy had a good year. Is he going to go and get another big offer to go to a big school for $4 million a year or whatever? So it's like the schooling isn't really important anymore. It's just they go to where the money is.
It's unfortunate, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a big football person, so.
Who do you like in football?
Yeah, me.
I'm Ohio State all the way.
Okay.
Yeah. So we did pretty good this year.
Yeah, I was in Columbus the night that they lost in the college playoff game. We have a club there, and I was there. It was a very depressing night in Columbus. Nobody was. It was like somebody in the community died.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Game, you know. I'm just fucking around. I love talking shit in sports. College is more entertaining though. I feel like because there's not always like whiny crybabies like trying to like push an agenda. It's just like just kids playing, and that's what I think everybody likes, the fundamental sports. You know, I think that's why it's even gone to the WNBA aspect, because like they're like fighting harder. Like it's not rebounds, bro, but like they're at least like they're at least like, you know, it's like I don't know. People just want to see people compete, man. Natural competition is amazing, and I love watching it no matter what level it is, and as long as it's real. You know?
Have y'all been to a WNBA game?
Not yet, but I should.
I went. Rachel Ryan was featuring at Admiral this summer, and we went to see the Chicago Sky play the Indiana team that Caitlin Clark is on. And it was about what I expected. You know, like the WNBA, their problem is, you know, people make fun of them because the league, it's not a very good league overall. They've got like 10% of their players are very good, but then once those players go on the bench players are all crappy. So it's like, it'd be like if you watched an NFL game or a Major League Baseball game where the first 3 players were really good and then everybody else was like little league.
Gotcha.
No, I'm a St. Louis Cardinals fan. I got used to that the last couple of years. Exactly watching the same thing with my baseball team. I'm just like, oh my god, dude, what's going on? But to your point, though, you're right. Though Caitlin Clark's such a standout star that they probably should have got her for the NBA. Honestly, I bet she'd be like Stephen Curry or some shit like that. She's really good at the threes. She's really good at certain things. I mean, she'd be really. I mean, with development, could be. I mean, she beat the. She had the record for both sides of like most points. I think was it most points or was it points?
I think it was points and threes.
Nuts. Girl has a college record reward put in the NBA. You know, put it next to LeBron's son or whatever the fuck he's doing now. You know.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So what would you say the secret to your success is? You have multiple you have multiple locations, obviously, right? Like, so how many locations do you have?
I run 15.
Which I mean, that's not an accident at that point. You're franchising yourself. Like what is your secret to your success on that? Like being so successful and having multiple locations.
The biggest thing is you got to build a team. You got to have people on your team that believe in the dream, and that, you know, I tell people every day that we're kind of like, it's kind of like the TV show Landman. What I do is kind of like Landman. I drive around from strip club to strip club, but instead of oil wells in the show, it's strip clubs that I drive around to and make sure that they're pumping the oil well. And you got to have people that are on your team that you can trust to run the club when you're not there, that buy into what you want to do and that buy into the whole dream of, you know, that this is the way, this is what we're going to do. And it's a big problem these days in 2026 of finding people who are very motivated to really want to be the best and do the best and push themselves. There's a lot of complacency. There's a lot of people who don't want to be the best. They'd be just as happy working, you know, at a yogurt shop from 9 to 5 as they are working for you. And you got to let people know that, hey, you can be a superstar and you can really do something in this industry, and find people who buy into that and really want to do well and do great things. So I would say that's the secret. And then also not sleeping very much, you know, being around a lot. You know, unfortunately, with work, you got to be on the road a lot and be boots on the ground in the club. You can't really sit in an office off site and expect everything to run well. You have to be there, boots on the ground.
I agree.
That's a great point. I know. I think you have to. Yeah. Like otherwise, no, it needs good leadership for sure. Like that's interesting, man. So when did you start your first strip club?
So when I was in college, I started working for a guy in Richmond, Virginia. He had 2 clubs at that point, and I just literally finished college and then went to work for him the next day and grew his company out. And then I left him to go and do this.
Wow.
That's smart. Where are you from originally?
Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
I worked for a guy there named Billy, and he owned a bunch of clubs there. I'll never forget, you know, I never worked in a strip club ever in my life. I'd been in school doing the degree thing. I finished school, and the next night I was a DJ at this really like rowdy strip club called Daddy Rabbits. And literally the night I'm there, I never worked in a strip club. And, you know, literally the first night I'm working, we've got like fights on the floor and I'm having to break them up. And somebody's got like their motorcycle in the club and they're doing a burnout on the carpet. It was a wild experience. And I'd never been in that environment before, you know, much less, you know, like DJing or running it or whatever. And then I survived like the DJing for like a month, and then next thing you know, I was running everything.
That's awesome, man.
That is awesome. I love that. People don't understand how hard it is to work behind the scenes. I know when I was directing and producing and I had my own distribution company, I mean, people don't understand how much work goes into it. They're just like, oh, that sounds like a fun job, or I bet you have so much fun. And you're like, I never sleep.
Yeah. You know, I tell people all the time that, you know, if you had a fantasy camp for people to run strip clubs where they could pay and come and run strip clubs, most of them wouldn't last a couple hours because they think it's all fun and hanging out with girls and partying. It's not like that at all. You're going to most people aren't going to last more than a few hours before they're going to be tired of it and want to just go back to being a customer.
I agree 100%.
Well, and most people that party aren't successful. I found out, like as I got older and stuff like that. It seems like you know what I mean. You can get passed up by the guy outworking you. You know, it's like I feel like there's like when you're going out, like and it's I mean celebrations are different than like every weekend type vibe. You know, but I'm just saying like the people. I mean, I'll pass people just by I'll work a Saturday and a Sunday, and they stop Friday, and I'm already past them. You know, and that's just on one level, and I've been doing that for years. You know, I feel like so I'll just work. I think it's just outworking people a lot too. And it couldn't hurt. I mean, tits sell. I mean, that's probably the like. There's like, there's hot girls half naked here. You're like, where? With that, but you gotta have the business sense to lead that, the buildings and the staffs. No, I mean, what you did is still very respectable, even though sex is the easiest thing to sell, probably. But you still have to be smart enough to sell it in like the way you do, legally speaking, and just like all these different like tight ropes. I mean, you're looked at with a microscope probably in every place you're at. Like this is like when this guy to fuck up, you know what I mean? So you gotta watch that shit. I mean, you gotta be on it, man. You gotta be a real like entrepreneur to really be as far as you are, you know. So congrats on your success so far, man. It's cool.
Yeah, thanks.
There's so many laws too, and each state is different. So that's where you have to pay attention to all that too. Like, yeah. So I'm sure you have your hands full.
Yeah, you know, it never stops. You know, it's 24/7, 365. It never stops, and people don't realize that. You know, a lot of entertainment. You know, you work on a game, a baseball game's over after 9 innings, a season's over, but with strip clubs, it's never over. It never ends. You know, we finish 1 week on a Saturday night, we're back at work on Sunday for the next week. And you just have to go and constantly outwork everybody else, like you were saying.
Yeah.
No, I can tell. No, I can tell you. Like, I feel like I do that in my field, and I think I can tell you do that in yours. You wouldn't have. What'd you say? 15 locations? Yeah, you'd have like. I mean, even three, a lot of work. I mean, like even one's a lot of work for some people. So I was saying 15 is kind of insane. And like, what locations do you have again? I know I had a list of them somewhere. What were they again?
Admiral Theater in Chicago, Illinois. Private Dancer in Columbus. Dollhouse in Columbus. The Pony in Lexington, Kentucky. Diamonds and Lace in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Mouse's Ear in Knoxville, Tennessee. Mouse's Ear in Johnson City, Tennessee. Cheyenne's Gentlemen's Club in Roland, Oklahoma. Deja Vu in Chicago, Illinois. Dollhouse in Columbus, Ohio. Roadhouse in Columbus, Ohio. And getting ready to get another one in West Virginia.
Nice.
So constantly busy.
So what's your 5-year business goal? Do you have like a 5-year business goal?
I think my 5-year business goal would be to keep buying and keep operating more clubs. And then, I mean, I want to, and I tell people on my team every day, you know, I want us to be the best. I want us to win awards every year at the ED Awards. You know, this past August, I won the ED Progressive Leader of the Year. And I know people can't repeat, but I want to repeat and win that award again. And I want all of our people to win awards this year and be, you know, not just a 1-year winner, but like a dynasty with everything we do. And I bring up a lot of sports analogies to the team, the managers and the staff, because I want them to be great. And I would say in 5 years, I want us to all just be on the track to the Hall of Fame of strip clubs.
There you go.
No, I knew that was a great question. I knew she asked that you did for some reason. I could just tell, like, you seem ambitious, like you thought this out too. Like, that's good, man. It's probably a cool job. I mean, you probably make a lot of. I mean, it's probably more fun than most jobs, probably. You know, like you'll complain about your job and then like do something else for like a week, bro, and you'll like going back. You know, that's how I feel about podcasting too. Like, man, it's just so much work, and you like anything else, you're just like, oh god, I forgot why I created this.
Honestly, like it feels like you're going. I told somebody the other day, when you take time, when you're off, even from a day from this job, you know, you go back home for a day to take care of stuff or whatever. It feels like you've been in the Daytona 500 going like, you know, 150 miles an hour, and now all of a sudden you're just sitting. That's what it feels like when you have a day off from this job. So it's not a good feeling. It's not fun. It's a lot more fun to be, you know, going 150 miles an hour than it is to just be sitting and doing nothing.
I agree.
You know,
I understand that.
Yeah.
No, it is hard going from doing awesome stuff to sitting around. It is like even this job, like I'll interview like a bunch of rock stars or something like that. Like I'll interview like 50 rock stars like a weekend or something like that. And like I think I did in like Kentucky and Florida this year, and then like you just go back to your. I'm just sitting in my. I mean, and like I want that week to do nothing. I'm just gonna eat edibles and do nothing. I mean, I want that, but after I'm back at it, it's like I want to go back to. So I'll just sit in my pool on edibles if I can. I'll just like. I'm just like staring at all these towers and shit on edibles like a retard. I fucking like, that's the goal, is to be able to do that the longest.
Right.
He's taking care of you. Just fucking do that for it's like, but it's the same thing. You almost need like a detox from like going so hard in like cool situations, man. Like, you ever go to the AVNs?
Yeah, I haven't been in a couple years just simply because I've been so busy with everything. But I'd like to get back out there sometime.
Yeah. Nadia, how many have you been to? You've probably been to more than all of us, probably.
Quite a few. I mean, my first year that I became a director, I was nominated for Best New Series that I wrote and performance. So it was like 3 different awards I was nominated for. It's my very first year running the company. So I'm like you, I'm a go-getter, and I had a lot of goals, and I was like, I like to crush them. So just
that's great.
You should. That's America. It's America, baby. If you don't work hard, get the fuck out. It's like
exactly.
We get passed the fuck up super fast by a bunch of motherfuckers that are hungry. Iron's like that too. Like you said, I mean, I feel like an old man, or I feel like I'm like 60 saying that like nobody wants to work, but nobody does. Like I'll hire these people and they're like basically just retarded, and they'll make excuses like I used to when I was a spoiled moron at one point. I remember being a young person and just like thinking I was smarter than everybody else and blah. I remember the arrogance of youth, So I'll see him just try to bullshit me, and I'm just like, oh my God, I used that one like 75 fucking times to my boss when I was your age. It's just like, they're like, they're in their phone just like posting shit on Facebook in the bathroom. Like, do you think I'm retarded? Like, I have you on Facebook. They're just like, I don't even care if they do it, but they're like hiding. Like, just do it at your desk, you dumbass. It's like, it's like fucking, everybody just hide from you. Like, I don't know. One day everybody starts calling you fucking sir or ma'am or something. It's like weird. It's like you go from like, I went from dude to sir somehow. I don't know what the fuck happened.
My favorite is when people email looking for a job, and you're like, okay, you can come in. You come in tomorrow at 5:00 and I'll talk to you or interview you. And then it comes to tomorrow at 5:00. Oh, something, a car wreck, somebody died. I can come next Wednesday at 2 p.m. And then that happens, and there's another unfortunate tragedy. And I made a joke to somebody. I was like, our job ad must be cursed, because like 99% of the people who say they're coming, something befalls them tragic on the day they're supposed to come to the job interview. Right. And I don't understand it. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, when I wanted a job or wanted to change my life with a job, I got my ass there no matter what the problem was.
Amen.
Dude, I bet they're nervous with your field. I bet they fucking like email you like fucking drunk or something like that. Like, yeah, I'll be a stripper. I need some fucking I'm fucking bad. And then they text you, then they you up like 3 days later, like, oh shit, I don't know if I can do that. The balls. You have to be very courageous to do that, to show your. I think, to be honest, like I think it's a hustler mentality you need, and I think you have to be courageous on top of that. And I think that basically, like, no, I mean, I can see why I can see why in your field there'd be no shows, because like they just like they have like they're all like hyped up and think they're gonna do it, and in mine they'll show up. There's I don't know how to describe it. It's like no one's hungry, nobody wants more. They made like 500 to 1,000 a week. They're just happy, and I'm just like, there's nothing wrong with that. I almost envy it, to be honest, man. I wish I could just be like clocking out at 5 and be like, oh man, what do you do after 5? I don't know, like right. Like, what's 6 o'clock look like outside? I wish I was. I wish I to a degree I envy it, and the world's all collapsed. I'm not knocking it. I just can't relate to it, man. It's just like I always want more, no matter what, and it's never enough. It's just never.
Yeah, I wish I could be normal and have a 9-to-5 job and be happy and satisfied, but it would never happen. I'd never be able to do that.
Yeah, I'm not that person either.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, sorry. What'd you say? Sorry.
Oh no, I said that would just drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I opened a bunch of businesses, and it was like same thing. To find employees that were, reliable, it was like, oh my goodness, insane.
Yeah, it's like nobody wants it as much as you, or those people already started companies. You know what I mean? It's just like the people that are looking for jobs. That's like, I got to my brother and some other people like off that. I was like, they'd be like, and my friends would be like, hey man, there's nowhere hiring. I'm like, then start a fucking like company. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
I'm just like, dude, $30, it's an LLC, get a fucking website. You know what I'm saying? In the state of Missouri, it's $30 but I don't know where it's at, wherever else. But I'm just saying, like, no, it's so cheap to do it, and like they're always like, they always act like they got like those people are always like, I'm gonna call my lawyer, like they have a fucking lawyer and retainer. Like these people that say with LLCs are, I got a guy who got me the LLC. I'm like, you can go through the government's website for free. That's what that guy's doing. He's just charging you to do that. And like people don't need to hear shit like that because they never know. They're like, no, I got a guy who like whenever they feel stupid, they say they got a guy that does it already. Like my mom was like that too. But like, she's like, I got this fucking guy. But I mean, those. It's always that like, oh, I'm gonna call my lawyer. I'm like you fucking don't like. Are you kidding? Your net worth $6. You have a fucking lawyer on retainer. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's just like insane to hear that shit. And I feel disrespected because they think I'm retarded enough to believe it. You know, it's like one of those things. I'm like, do you think I'm fucking stupid? Like, I think you have a lawyer. Like, I think you have conferences and consultations with a lawyer, like, monthly or quarterly. Like, are you fucking kidding? You know, it's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, oh, well, I'm going to talk to my lawyer. I'm like, what? Like, it's just like, what? Holy shit. Lack of accountability and delusion, you know? It's just like, holy fuck, man. Like, we used to, I don't know, if I believed in prescriptions, I'd fucking offer them one. And it was just, like, insane. The level of delusion with people. Have you noticed this also? Like the complete level of delusion with people. Like everyone's a fucking star. You know, we all are. We probably have that too, though. To be fair, all three. But I was saying, like everyone, just like no one else matters but them. No empathy. No. It's just a weird. I don't know. It's like it's a weird time. It's a weird time.
A lot of people, you know, they talk about they want to do this or that, but they don't really put anything into action to achieve it. And a lot of people think that they're already stars, and you're like, nobody knows who you are, and you don't put in any work. You know, so I think that's, you know, like you said, delusion is a big problem with people. And then, you know, a lot of people, they want to get paid today for what they're going to, for what they haven't done yet, or what they say they're going to do tomorrow, but they haven't done it yet. And so a lot of the time when you're negotiating or talking to people about working for you, it's like they want some huge amount of money, and you're like, well, you know, you might be good, but you've never executed this before, and you're wanting me to pay you today for what you might do tomorrow. How about you come and do it, and if you do it successfully, then you'll get paid. You know, because I know when I started in this business, you know, I didn't get paid. You know, when I was a DJ for a month, and even when I was managing clubs at first, I didn't get paid. You know, I didn't get paid. You know, I mean, it took me a while to earn a reputation to back up, you know, what I can do, so that what I'm worth. But a lot of people don't want to do that anymore. They want to get paid upfront for work they haven't put in yet and results they haven't gotten yet. And it's like, you know, I'm sorry, but I can't pay somebody for what they haven't done yet or proven they can do yet.
It's that instant gratification era. That's what I call it. It really is a different world. It's like they want it right now, you know? Yeah, no.
I'm like that with food, but I'll work my ass off for my companies. You know what I mean? Like food, I'll be like, where the fuck is it at? I ordered 5 minutes ago. You know, I'm like that with food. I want instant gratification with that. I feel like, but I feel like outside of that, I think you have to work hard. I mean, I think that's the point of America. Like, I watch all these things, be like, oh, you're gonna manifest whatever the fuck. I mean, you can think about where the fuck you want. It's just a different word for thinking. And like, you can visualize whatever you want. But you also have to go out there, just like, I mean, just fucking kill it, man. You gotta be awesome, man. Like, I'll do comedy shows, and like these openers will ask me for more money. I'll give them $100 in a field no one pays them. Like you said, when you start on entertainment, no one makes any fucking money. Like I don't know, like no one does. I mean, you're lucky. Maybe fucking Soldier Boy did or some shit, selling ringtones at 15 or some shit. I'm saying most people don't fucking make money for a long time in the business they create or in the fucking field of entertainment that they create. So these like comedians will be like, hey, can I have more money? I'm like, well, you pulled fucking literally no one, man. You brought zero fucking people. I pulled people's why I get paid, and I gave you a portion of my pay because I remember what it was like opening for people not getting paid. You know, like it's basically like, and even it's $100. I'm like, take the fucking $100. I got $0 for years doing this shit. I mean, it's like you got to get out there and fucking, you know, you got to kill it, dude. And that's the thing. They want like they want the perks of my lifestyle without the work. Like I feel like, I'm like, oh, you want more of my money that you weren't even offered by the club? Sorry, I didn't realize that. You know, I'll give you 50% of my pay because you asked nicely. You know, you're worth it. You know, are you gonna pull anybody now? No, still no. Okay, fuck. You're not gonna bring your significant other or fucking one friend. Holy shit. Okay, you got a lot of people believing you, huh? Got a lot of fucking believing. You know, it's like that's how I feel in like entertainment. I'm just like, you got no one. Like dude, if I annoyed my wife, she'd go anywhere. You know what I mean? It's like he brought no one. You know, that's how I feel. I just like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's the same. I imagine the same feeling. They just want like, oh yeah, I need a bunch of money. I'm like, well, I mean, turns out, you know, most people aren't that valuable. You know, you got to make money. I hear this a lot from my nursing friends. Well, not specifically medical friends, but like just friends in general. Like why do athletes and like why do fucking like the superstars and like why do they make so much money? Just like explain basic business to them. I'm like, well, if you fill fucking arenas, you know what I mean? There's a lot of fucking money to go around. You got ticket sales, you got merch, you got fucking food and drinks and shit. You invited 100,000 people to a fucking arena. I'm like, there's an economy based around you. And I'm sorry that your job's not that fucking important. You didn't do the work, but it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like. You know what I mean? It's just like, I mean, even Drake. I think Drake sucks, but I respect his business sense. You know what I mean? You know, you see these people. I'm like, you filled a fucking arena. You know what I mean? That's an accomplishment. You created a society almost temporarily. You know what I mean? It's just like that's why it makes so much money. Why don't teachers make much money? I'm like, well, they steal our tax dollars, and that I gave them against my will. My wife's a teacher, so I can make fun of this, I guess. Or I would anyway, still. But I'm saying like I mean, they use our tax dollars. They're like everyone else. They're like welfare whores, you know. I like like everyone that steals my tax dollars and spends it, and like, you know, and brags about it. Like, look how much money I make. I'm like, well, I hope you enjoy my tax dollars. They were really nice. I'm sure they gave us a couple good teachers, hopefully. But you know, it's just like that's why, you know, it's just like that's why they don't get paid much. I mean, it's like you have to break it down for everybody. There always be like some teacher party, like, why don't teachers make $1 million? I'm like, well, they're not worth it. I mean, fucking society's crumbling right now. You guys are patting each other on each other's back, you know? So like, if we were going to a space age and like, you know, there's a fucking, I got here on a spaceship today, I'd be like, well, thank God for teachers, man. They really did some shit, you know? But they're just like repeating the same fucking Rothschild bullshit they have been for like over 100 years. And it's just like, holy shit. It's like this Rothschild propaganda. There's no factories anymore, man. Like Rothschild would have changed this already. I mean, using like a script. They're training you for a factory world on a Bell system that doesn't even fucking exist over here anymore. It's all in China. They outported the jobs and they had kept the education the same, and then that's why everybody's dumb.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, with the teachers, you know, and the complaining, and a lot of industries that are complaining how much they get paid, but especially the teachers, it always irritates me because, you know, the teachers, they should be evaluated on their job performance like everybody else. If you cannot graduate students, and I mean the biggest number one problem with the universities besides the indoctrination is that, you know, they've had to make the freshman level classes in colleges basically high school level because the kids are graduating high school unable to read, unable to write, unable to do basic math, and the high schools are still just pumping the kids out, graduating them, and they haven't held the teachers accountable to do the work to get the kids educated enough so they can do these basic things when they go to college. And to me, when I see the college, you know, the teachers complaining about how much they get paid, well, do a better damn job, you know, go in there, but they don't want to be held. They got these teachers unions that don't want to have any kind of standards or measurements of how successful the teachers are so that they can keep the pay high. But I think, like anything, you know, whether you're the fry clerk at McDonald's or the manager of a Walmart or the manager of a strip club, if you suck at your job and don't get results, you should not deserve to get paid.
That 100%.
Yeah.
I
mean, if I didn't sell enough tickets, I shouldn't be asking for money. You know, it's the same thing. It's like you got to sell fucking tickets, get people in there, be valuable in some way. You know, it's like, I mean, same with comedy, same way strippers are. Man. It's the same. I mean, entertainment's entertainment. No matter what you're doing, we're just trying to get paid. You know, otherwise we'd be
exactly.
It's a wild thing, man. And like, no, people are just complaining too much, man. I see there's problems, but fix them. You know what I mean? Like I feel like complaints like a thought you think before you fix something. You mean you're like, well, the light's off. Like, I mean, if I just like complained constantly the light was off and never turned it on, I'd be a fucking moron. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? There's like, well, this isn't right. I'm like, well, then probably fix it. I don't know. It's like, what the fuck? It's America. It's the people, baby. You know, it's all of us. You know, we're responsible. America sucks. We suck. You know what I mean? It sucks. The world. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's how I feel. We got to fix everything. It's like, what the? I mean, it's like I'm downtown St. Louis. Everybody's scared to be here, man. Like you call one of my childhood friends. They're like, you get shot, fucking rape, murder, fucking trap. They're like, what's going on? I'm like, are you fucking kidding? It's a zombie land. You're all cowards. There's nobody outside. You know what I mean? It's like, fucking everybody's a fucking coward. And like we're building this up out here. He's like, no one else is doing. My entire area is scared of St. Louis, man. So I'm like, I'm streaming right here with a fucking porn star and a fucking business, like probably a millionaire if you have 15 locations. I'm not gonna put your shit out there, but probably a fucking millionaire. And like in St. Louis right now. So if you're watching from O'Fallon, fuck you, move to St. Louis. That's what I'm trying to say. Grow, you know, just being real. You got to promote it. Sorry, it's a hometown rant. You got to promote that shit. Out here, make St. Louis better. You know, we need fucking legends out here. We need fucking people from everywhere out here. You know, People are scared of this shit. It's for the taking, man. I'm going to buy all these fucking towers if you don't stop me. You know, it's not like basically like it's just, I'm in one right now. I'm going to be multiplying that shit if no one stops me. So, it's a personal invite to everybody in the United States to come to St. Louis and get more towers than me. Game plan. That's what we need, and that's what we need. Like everybody's scared of the cities and shit. Like, well, the city sucks. I'm like, go fix it. I fucking bust bums out of here. I fucking feed them and I give them a coffee and bust them to fucking wherever the fuck they want to go. Like, I mean, I'm like, get out of St. Louis, bro. It's mine. You gotta do the right. You just gotta go for it. And that's just one example. I mean, that's just one fucking. I love my town, and it's one fucking example. You gotta go out there and fix it. I'm gonna say St. Louis sucks. I'm gonna fix it. It's just like they're like, oh, it's scary. It's not scary out here. I bully all those motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I fucking bully. They're trying to all these fucking fake ass gangsters and shit. Like it's just fucking insane, man. It's like if you're really a gangster, become a fucking millionaire. That's how you change the fucking world. Like fucking spray painting, stabbing, shooting people. It's for little kids. It's fucking stupid. Yeah. It's like if you're playing Grand Theft Auto and you think you're playing Grand Theft Auto in real life. It's for fucking idiots and morons. Fucking smart people getting rich is fucking changing the world. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like you just want to yell at these people. Someone would be like, give $1? I'm like, fuck yeah, I got a hell of $1. So can I have it? I'm like, fuck you. I mean? It's like, get the fuck out. You're just like, I was getting gassed and I'm like fucking in like 15-degree weather gassing up a car. You think I want to be in this situation? Like, you have $1? I'm like, fuck yeah. It's like, fuck yeah, I do. Can I have it? I'm like, you're not embarrassed? You're not embarrassed? Like, to ask me that? You're just like fucking, you're just cool with that, right? You're just cool? Like, they'll cough $1? I'm like, absolutely fucking not. I don't respect you. It turns out, and you got to have these conversations with people where they'll ignore you. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like you have to it's like growing pains. You have to bully people to get what you. I mean, and as a man, anyway, I think there's several ways to do it. I think I think you have to bully people to get what you want. It's like these people are going to think about what they said to me. They're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't ask people at fucking gas stations in fucking 14-degree weather for $1. It's like, what a stupid fucking business plan. You know what I mean? It's just like, what a stupid fucking plan. Like, what do you have to offer the world? And they'll be like, why don't you help more people? Like these homeless people, I'll ask them, why don't you help more people? I'm like, when's the last person you've ever helped? Like, is this not your karma? I mean, not trying to be rude. Is this not your karma? Is this not you just fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta, the more you give, the more you receive. You know what I mean? It's just like, what are you giving people? What do you fucking, you could do anything. You could be like mowing people's yard right now for free. You could be giving people anything because you don't have a home. You'd be like, you know what I mean? It's just like, but you don't give, you just take. And that's where we're at. The whole world just takes. And they don't earn, they don't do anything. They just like fucking, I don't know. It's embarrassing. It's like I feel embarrassed to be a human sometimes when I watch like people do shit. I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm the same race as these fucking idiots. It's like you know what I mean. You just want to you want more for them than they want for themselves. And it's everybody. I'm not just calling the homeless. Some people are in bad situations, whatever. But I'm saying like, and God bless them all. I'm saying you're not going to help them by fucking giving them what they want. Right? They're not fucking pigeons, man. You know what I mean? It's just like. They're not fucking pigeons. You're just like, I get them phones and shit. I bust them out. I do whatever the fuck I can. And I'm like, I don't want them in St. Louis. I tell them they're scaring the tourists. I'm like, you guys are scaring the fucking tourists. They don't like you, man. It's like, no one's going to tell you that. They're going to be like, I don't know. I don't got any money. Ha ha. That's all they're going to do is lie straight to their fucking face. But you got to be honest with people. You got to hold them accountable. Like, what are you doing? I love you still, but you're annoying me. Like, I mean, I love you, but I don't like you, like that. You got to be like that, I think I don't know. That's just so found. LA probably needs it too. If you went around fucking with all like kicking over tents and shit and be like, what are you doing? Like, wake up. Do something, man. You got fucking 30 years left, maybe. You know what I mean? Who fucking knows if you have tomorrow and you're laying in the fucking street? You know what I mean? It's just like, what are you doing? It's like, you know what I mean? I've been fucking broke. I've been homeless. You don't let people know. You fucking work hard. You sleep in your office and you fucking get rich. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't sit in the fucking sidewalk waiting to die. Fucking cowards. It's like the whole world's going to turn cowardly. No one's telling them what to do anymore, man. Like, and it's like, they want us to donate and shit. I'm like, fucking donate your time. Do something your fucking self, It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, what else do they want from me? They already take my taxes. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm making the fucking federal government's trillions of dollars in debt. They want my money? It's like, fuck off. You don't represent me. No one represents me. We got to fucking, I feel like, man. So you're a Democrat, or is that just a title you ran under?
I would say nowadays I think my views are more like libertarianist, there's good and bad in both sides, both parties. The Democrats have some stuff I don't agree with, and they have some stuff I do agree with. So do the Republicans. But, I'm kind of more libertarianism now, and more like I would say probably neither party, because I think both of the parties have kind of screwed us. as people, because it just seems like whatever party gets in power, no matter which way it is, they go way too far of trying to push their agenda of bullshit instead of trying to find solutions to problems. Because and it's all because usually, the way I see it, it's all because they want to stand so firm and be, good Republicans or good Democrats, instead of finding like common sense stuff and solve these problems. Because I mean, we all know what the problems are, but no one's willing to deal with them because they all want to stand behind their stupid ass agenda and their stupid ass stuff so they can be with their party. And they know that if they break ranks, they're gonna get ran out of their office instead of trying to do what's right. And it's just ridiculous in my view, because if you're going to be somebody that's not in either party, you're kind of screwed to begin with, because you don't have all the mega money and the mega donors behind you. And so, we really need to we need to find a way to break this chokehold of Republican and Democrat and find like no political party where people just want to find common sense solutions to problems. I mean, everybody in the world wants people to have a job. I think, there's some Democrats who don't, they make excuses about it. Everybody wants to solve the homeless problem and find ways to get people to work. But both sides want to stand off behind their agenda. Republicans, everyone's just lazy, they don't want to work, they're all on drugs. Maybe, I don't know, probably a lot of them are on drugs. Democrats, well, everybody that works has to pay taxes for them, and we have to pay taxes for them, and that's true too. But it just seems to me like on a lot of stuff there's like a common sense like middle ground where we could find, but we have to abandon all of the agenda bullshit on both sides to find that middle ground.
That was a fucking perfect answer. Yes, I agree. I fucking agree 100%. I think both parties are a fucking joke. I think the left's a bunch of faggots. I think the right's a bunch of retards.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, like I don't want to cut off my dick or fucking fight World War III. So I mean, I don't relate right now. That's how I feel, man. Like it's fucking. That's a beautiful answer. I love that you see that too, man. It's good. Because I'm fuck both sides for sure, man.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, I tried the political thing, but just to me, it just seemed, it just seemed like there's a lot of people and they're just fully committed to their bullshit, where they don't want to find the answers, where they'd rather just continue on the road of bullshit and find the way to, instead of finding solutions, they want to find ways to stay in power.
Exactly, brother. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all they care about. They don't care about us, man. They're not fucking.
Yeah.
They're not here fighting for the people or anything like that. I mean, there's nothing noble about anything they're doing. I mean, it's just you're right, man. You ran for U.S. Congress also.
Yeah, I ran for Congress at one point. I ran for mayor at one point back in Virginia. I've done it a couple of times and maneuvered around the politicians. And, it was so funny because I went to one of these events one time with other people that were running for Congress, and they're like, what are some of the movies and books that shaped your life? And all these people are giving all of these books, and damn well they've never read these books and they're complicated books and movies. And I'm like, what movie shaped my life? I don't know. I grew up liking movies like Beverly Hills Cop and Revenge of the Nerds, and these are the movies that like I relate to. Not some complicated movie or book, but they're all just too proud and complicated. They make things super like agenda oriented. I mean, they're fake, totally fake, and they don't give real answers about anything. And that's what I don't like. I mean, when I'm at home trying to hang out, or when I'm watching a movie on Netflix, I'm not watching some complicated movie with all kinds of deep meaning. I'm watching some kind of comedy movie, and that's the kind of stuff I like to watch to hang out. And they do too, but they're never going to admit that they like movies that or any kind of entertainment, because that would go against what their public image is. So they have to be fake and put some fake image out there.
Yeah, dude, authenticity is a way higher frequency, man. Like it's like I think being yourself is more beneficial in art and everything else.
Without a doubt.
And like, no, I ran for U.S. Congress too, man. When it was weird is like when they ask you these questions, man. They're like, what do you think that? What are your opinions on this policy? I'm like, well, you're really a servant to the fucking population, so your opinion actually doesn't fucking matter. Because like, if you're a politician, you basically work for us and like the people. You know what I mean? And they forgot that. They're like, what's your opinion on this? I'm like, well, again, your opinion shouldn't fucking matter, and you're not a superstar for being a politician. You're basically a servant to the people, and it's a humble and beautiful position if you do it right. But
Right.
About. I mean, they're all just buying yachts while our country's sinking, and it's like, and we can see it. We're not blind. I mean, we're just like, what are you kidding me? Like, you're just like, you mean, it's like you have another yacht? You like the Amazon guy, man. They banned all business with they banned all business in 2020, and then like the Amazon guy's like, look, I'm going to space with a cowboy hat. It's like, you just stole my community's money. Do you think I didn't see that? You're bragging to me about it. It's just like you went to space with Katy Perry, but you can't fucking fix downtown Seattle where you're fucking based. It's like insane. I mean, it's just like, they stole. I mean, they basically mass-produced the general store and then stole all. That would be all of our local business. Walmart did it first, and they're like a final step. Like every business should have their own general store and like they own mom and pop own stuff, and the money should probably stay within the community. So I mean, it's funneled and siphoned to shape-shifting reptilian pedophiles. One of them, yeah. I add you to the shape-shifting reptilian, but they're all pedophiles still. I still prove that. I prove the pedophilia thing, not the shape-shifting part yet. But no, I mean, they're all demons, man. It's like we're just like funneling all of our towns money to straight demons. We're like, why are the roads suck? I'm like, oh yeah, because we bought from Amazon instead of our neighbors.
Right.
It's not even hard to fix. It's like easy to fix. Just like you say, you know, it's not even like a tough thing. It's like, you know, it's like idiocracy. Like you start. I feel like I like looked up for my like PlayStation, and I was just like, I've just played video games for like 10 years and smoked weed, hung out with my friends. I like quit doing that, and then I looked at the real world, and I'm just like, is everybody fucking retarded? Like I'm just like, holy shit. Everybody's fucking retarded. This is crazy. Everybody's like it's so easy as an adult. If you're like you're in your 30s or above, the world is very easy. If you're 20s, no one wants to fucking hear from you. But we'll be waiting for you when you're 30 to hear your opinion. Same opinions you told us in your 20s, by the way. We'll be waiting for them. But nobody was anybody under 20, and like that's where we are. And I think, and like I don't know, it's like one of those things. Like I don't know. We're responsible for fixing everything, you know. I feel like that, you know. And I want to have that. I want to tell you that because you're rich. Probably you guys are all of us are fucking like. What am I trying to say? People will listen to us when we talk. Is what we're trying to. That's why I care what you guys fucking think about what I'm saying. To be honest, and people listening at home too. Like, people spend their Tuesday night doing this. I care what about you guys think, but I don't see them right now, so I'm talking directly to you guys. I just feel like you guys are in situations where you could save people as well. You know, we could just solve anything really. Like, you know,
definitely.
And people tell us we can't. It just encourages us more. People like us, you know. So I'm just saying, like, I think that's what I want to be about. I want to be like the generation that fixed everything. Like, oh, dude, my parents were so fucking dumb that I had to fix everything, and I just want to make fun of all that shit, you know. It's like I just do it hard. I feel like that's the new goal. Are you Christian? Are you Christian by chance?
I am. Yeah.
I'm feeling you're a servant of God as well. No, because like most people would think a strip club owner would not be, but I had a feeling you were a servant of God as well. So Nadia, are you Christian? I forgot. Are you as well?
Yep. Jesus loves everyone. So I mean, it doesn't matter what you do.
That's how I feel as well. But most people probably would think that you two would not. I mean, if they had to guess, they'd probably assume. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying, like, just. But I mean, I'm Christian, so I assumed already that you were. You love God and love the gospel. You can see stuff like. I mean, you just say you can vibe other people that do love God and the gospel and stuff.
Yeah,
that's amazing too, man. I think that's not talked about enough either, because we want to be like, well, it's okay. Like, we want everybody to make their own opinions, but I think with lack of dialogue, people can't make valid opinions. Like, really, it's like or they're not educated enough. You know what I mean? Like, I think like if we don't bring up religion sometimes and talk about it, I think like that people don't know enough about it, you know, and that's how I feel mostly when they're like, don't talk about God. I'm like, well, who's going to remind like these kids, like, you know, like who's gonna save all these people, you know, like you gotta take them to, I mean, you know, that's how I feel. Jesus probably comes to everybody like in his own thing, you know, too, but
I think it's important, you know. I think that the whole way a lot of people don't believe in God or Christianity, you know, it's kind of robbed them of hope, you know, hope that, you know, things will get better, or hope that, you know, even though things are in their life are messed up now, that, you know, hope that if they work hard and, you know, things will get better and they'll be able to get to where they want to go. You know, I know myself, I've been in many situations where I've been like, well, this is kind of fucked up, and I know you're going to help me out of this one. And it usually works out, you know, because I have hope. It usually does work out for me. And I know plenty of people who it's kind of the same way, you know, they have hope. And then you look on TV and you read the news reports and you talk to some kids these days, and, you know, it's the rate of suicides and the rate of, it's just people have lost hope, you know, and I think it's directly related because of the fact they don't have anything to believe in. They don't believe that if they work hard and try to do the right thing. They don't believe that what goes around comes around, and they don't believe that if they help somebody, eventually the help will get paid back to them. They don't have anything to believe in. So when something goes bad for them, they just feel like the world is over and the only way out is to end it.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I couldn't even imagine that. That's so fucked up. People do this. But you're right though. I think people just they don't believe in much, man. Like you gotta believe in yourself too. You gotta believe in God. You believe in yourself, your family, boss. So keep going. If you don't believe in yourself, like I know my mom would always make like tell me that. Like I mean it's cheesy, but it's real. You know, my mom really inspired me a lot. And I think like I whenever I was like in my I don't know young 20s and stuff, like people they would trick you in ads like, oh, it's a marketing job. You go there like trying to get me to sell vacuums door to door, and I just leave immediately. I just like this is fucking not marketing. This is retarded. You know, like and my mom was like, most people don't do that. They'll be like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like you always got to go for what you want, and everything else is a waste of time. And I think like most people don't see that, and like you can't. If the world, you got to help people. I mean, still, but you can't. That's the only thing you can't really get away. If someone needs your help, you know, it's like you got to help them real fast. You know, help them carry. People can't carry a couch. I mean, I'm big, so I'm just like I see people carrying a couch. I'm like, here you go, fucking idiot. You know, I love them. I'm saying they're good people. I'm saying you'll just see people and try like just little things I could do. Like people are fucking smaller than me, so I can just like put a couch in their fucking shit real fast or something. You know, it's like personally, like I'll always help people if I can. But like outside of that, it's like I don't know. I feel like we're good people to like kind of, you know, solve all the world's problems tonight in 1 hour. You know, I think that we're probably the best at for that. What would you like to see the world? Like, what do you guys think? Like, where do you guys want to see the world? Like, what would fix it for you guys? You know.
Well, you go. What do you think?
I mean, that's a huge question.
It can be a beautiful answer, bro. You know, what do you guys? What's paradise to you guys? Or what would make the world look a happier place? You know, I'm gonna plug this in real fast.
We've touched topics on, I mean, you know, a lot of different things. I think we have a lot of the same beliefs, you know. So, was that my phone?
I'm charging my shit. I can still hear you. I'm in a room. I just had to charge my stuff.
Yeah,
no, I think I don't know. People should probably grow their own food, so we're out of like the Monsanto bullshit of them poisoning us and giving us no nutrients in our soil and no magnesium, stuff like that. So we probably need to grow our own food. Probably our own water because it said like the label's nice, but I don't believe it's really alkaline. Or like, I mean, it's just water in a fucking plastic bottle. Like I mean, it's just like you mean you could write $10 trillion in plastic on there. It doesn't make it 10 trillion. I mean, it's just bullshit marketing, you know. I think purifying our own water probably is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. But you need like society to do it and rethink it. You can't just be like, I'm the guy in the woods. I'm like looking like I'm from fucking Jumanji doing it. You got to be like, I don't know. I think a lot of people are not getting sunlight. They're not working out enough. They're not drinking true water, eating true nutrients. They're eating like printed food. You know what I mean? Like the fact it's a huge fucking problem right now. I mean, just like it's not hard to. I don't know. It's like that shit fires me up. I don't know. There's a lot more. I mean, probably just like. Take everyone's nukes away. Holy shit! Like what the fuck? I mean, I'm just like all this shit happens. Like I don't know. One guy's like, I'm gonna take Greenland. The other guy's like, I'm gonna end the world. And I'm just like, holy shit! Like did that guy really say that? I'm like, play that back in Russian. Give me. I'm gonna translate that in AI. Did he really fucking say he's gonna end the fucking world? I'm like, holy shit! You know these guys, these fevered egos. You know, and he would if he could. You know what I mean? He would have already done it probably if he could have. The guy's a fucking idiot. I mean, it's just like, fuck, man. The world's like, I don't know. But I don't believe most of that shit. It's mostly like Project Mockingbird, like CIA disinformation theater probably. You know what I mean? Like that. This all probably just to make us argue and put us at a low vibration. The world's probably pretty fucking cool if you could look at it. I mean, it's like, it looks fucking cool out there. You know, it looks really cool out there. I don't know. But it's just like, I mean, that's how I feel. So it's like, what do I believe? It's like that's the main reason I want to bring up you running for office is like, you saw yourself lose probably on TV too, right? Or like they didn't show you any votes, right? They didn't show you fucking like when I ran for office, they're like Anthony Rogers, like 20, 30%, some shit like that. I'm like, oh, you don't even prove to the candidates that voting's real. You mean it's just like it's like weird because like being behind the scenes almost is like weird because you're like, this is totally fake. It's like when I went to go sign up for like Kill Tony, I'm like, this is fake. Like I'm like looking around there, they put them all in wristband. I'm like, this is to sell beer. This isn't real. And like I'll just, you know what I mean? I just like see like you see through like the veil, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think running for office, you see through a lot of the bullshit is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, without a doubt, you know, and it is what it is, you know, and it's crazy when they're actually out there doing it because you see all these people and you talk to all these people and you think that you're gonna like, you know, win, and then you see these numbers come up and you're like, how the hell is that even possible? I was there and I know I know way more than that many people voted for me, or I know that way more than that number of people were talking about the stuff that I was talking about. And then you see, all of the stuff, and it's, it's very much kind of like you said, you see behind the veil of how it really works. And you see behind the veil of, like, when you're coming in as an outsider and you're not part of the little club and you're not part of the little political party clique, how they treat you, and a lot of the time, the political parties don't want people from the outside to come into their world. They want to keep the elected people on the country club. They don't want anybody else coming in there. And if you do, and you're someone that can bring people or motivate people. I mean, that was the thing that always drove the Republican Party crazy about me, was they had their little clique and I wasn't part of it, but yet I could mobilize people using Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and get way more traction than them in the media than they could do. And they always were jealous and hated on me because of that. And that's why they don't like people they can't control.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, 100%.
They don't
agree.
They want to play kingmaker, and they want you to be 100% beholden to them so they can control you. And if you have any ability to not be controlled and not be beholden to them, they won't support you, and they'll do things to try to get in your way.
Mm-hmm.
I ran for office too, so the Democrats were mad because I was like, well, I have more people on Instagram than she does, so I don't think it's gonna be hard. I was like just taunting everybody and shit. So I wanted the other party to think I was gonna win so bad that they fucked up, that they cheated and shit. So I was just like getting in their head, fucking with them and shit. And then what was the other thing? The Republican, I ran as a Republican, so I swooped the weakest party in my town, basically. So I don't believe in politics. I think they're all fucking retarded. I believe in some of the values. Don't get me wrong. I believe in God, and I believe in country and shit like that. And I believe in small government. But I was saying, when I swooped the party, the Republicans were going against me too. Like the local city Republicans were doing the same thing. I think that's why you could relate to that. That's why I brought that up. I think like the people even in your own party probably don't even want you when you're trying to make a fucking noise.
Yeah, and like you were saying, and when you have the ability to communicate and bring more people in, and you don't necessarily need the party, that's when they get jealous, and that's when they try to screw you, because they know that they can't control you, they can't control the issues you talk about, and they know that you're not beholden to them because you've actually mobilized your own people. You've gotten over on your own without their help, and they want to play kingmaker, and they want to control you. And that was the problem that they always had with me, was that I would, I didn't need their little country club clique. I would go out and work my ass off on my own and use the social media and use the radio and talk to people and get my own message out. I mean, I think it was in 2020, I was running for sheriff of city of Richmond before I moved to Tennessee. And I got more votes on the ballot in the city of Richmond than the guy who got elected to be governor of Virginia did. And I was at the bottom of the ballot and he was at the top. And the Richmond GOP committee, they hated me, and they did everything they could to screw me. And but my method showed that it worked, and they didn't like that at all. But I mean, that's how it is. If you're going against the local party or going on your own, they won't like you, and they'll do everything they can to screw you.
No, that's true, man. It was a weird time. I ran in 2020 because they were trying to close all my local businesses and shit. I'm like, give me that law pen, motherfucker. I was trying to go for that law pen where you're playing a video game, you're running at it and shit. I'm trying to grab that shit. So I can save my fucking town and stuff, man. But no, it's a weird thing. What I liked by running is I just made everybody look like a fucking hack, and I was just I denied all money. Anybody that sent me an offer, I screenshot it and post on Twitter. I'd be like, yeah, this guy wants to give me 10 grand. I said no to it. I'd be like, oh, this guy said this. I said no to it because I'm not a panhandler. I'm every single person that ran for office by taking 0 donations, to where almost if I would have won, I probably would have I was trying to set a new standard, and be and just in that regard, in my mind, I didn't do it, but I lost. But I steamrolled the primary, and then I fucking and then general election, people were getting freaked out about it. I was like, so they're getting a little hyped up, But I also think it's fake because they're always the same numbers. It's like, oh wow, the same. I only had 10,000 more people than the last guy. Oh, weird. Doesn't sound real. Same percentage though. Weird, huh? Okay, same story over and over again. While a wildly different election happened, I don't know if that's true because she beat the incumbent. You know what I mean? She should have either slaughtered me or there would have been more votes. She did slaughter me, but more so than the normal Democrat being the Republican in the city of St. Louis. It should have been different. I see the numbers too, and I'm not saying I would have won. I could have lost by more. Who knows? I could just tell it was fake. I mean, it was like I'm like watching this. I'm like, there's no way. But people, like Democrats, were calling me, telling me they're freaked out and shit by this lady. And a lot of these people, I'm not trying to name them. Some of them are in office and stuff like. But they're like calling me and like and telling me this shit. And like they're childhood friends and different people I know and stuff. We're trying to tell me they're freaking this lady out because she was like a radical. It'd be like the same way if the right picked up like some like the fucking some guy that raided the Capitol or something. You know, it was like the left had some like street like lady who's just like, we need change, and everybody's like, yeah, but like, you know, it's like the idea of anarchy. Like, it sounds good burning it down, but what's the plan after? You know, I'm a fucking adult. I want to hear a plan after you burn it down. Like, are you gonna build something better, or is it gonna be fucking worse because you're stupid? You mean it's like that's like how I feel. And like you know, but she went against Israel, which I agree with that, honestly. I agree with some of her platforms, honestly. But I was saying at the same time, like, I mean, that's the best part. You're like in a debate with somebody, like, I agree with a lot of what you say. Like, they want hate, man. They want the dirt, bro. And I just don't care. I'm friends with her son and shit. You know, I'm glad she like did what she did for herself as well. You know, but no, it's the same thing. It's like I don't know. America definitely needs some change. Like, I mean, I trust a business owner before somebody. I mean, like if you have 15 locations of your own business, I trust you over somebody else for what needs to happen in America because we need business. And like, you can't just be business rights, but you don't seem like that. You seem like you're not going to own 5 strip clubs without being a wild motherfucker. I mean, you're calm right now, but you seem like a wild fucking, you got to be wild to even be in the industry you're in. I'm not like blind, you know, you got to be a fucking wild dude to be where you're at. Like, I mean, and I think that's like what America's about. It's about, you know, it's like, that's what it's about, man. Like the people like in Congress and stuff should be like you and should be like just like, you know, like that's how I feel instead of who's there currently, you know.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, we have way too many people that elected officials that have never operated a business, never operated a checkbook. They're either academics who went to school forever and think they know a lot about a theory, but they've never actually done anything in the real world. We've got a lot of people that are in elected office now that they just woke up one day and, you know, it's just being out there. They instead of being retired, they decide they're going to run for office, and that this is their retirement job, is to run for office and be elected. You know, the U.S. Senate. Pretty much everybody in the U.S. Senate, that's the case with them. They're old enough to be retired, but they instead of being retired, they'd rather go and be elected. And so, we need more people who are who actually run a business and who actually have ran small business, like, and understand the checkbook, you know, and understand that if this program that cost $10 billion to do doesn't generate any money, we have to either find a way to fund it, or we can't just write it off and continue to, you know, have debt and run certain aspects of the country like a business. And that's what we really fail at. And, you know, look, much respect to people that have a lot of education. I have a lot of education, but I don't really tell people that because I don't want to be classified in that. But a lot of these people that get appointed to either positions of director of this department or that department or secretary of this or that, they don't have real world experience. And we know that, like, a lot of the stuff you read or you learn in college, it's not applicable to real life. Theories don't equate to real life. People aren't numbers in a theory or an algorithm. People are like real people. And so a lot of these policies they come up with in government or Congress, they're just theories and they don't really apply to real life. But you can't tell the government that because they have all of these academics who run the place and they think they know everything.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
Everyone thinks they know everything.
Yeah.
It's like across the whole thing. I always love ideas though. I love hearing ideas. I love brainstorming. I love that aspect of it. You'll get some good things through dialogue and stuff and then whatever else. But no, I think the world's way better than it is, but also it needs to be fixed. I mean, there's still like some things, you know, like I don't know. I don't think we're as every 6 months somebody's like, it's gonna be a civil war. And I'm just like, no, everyone's a pussy actually. You know, it's like all the violent people are in jail, everyone else is just a pussy, you know? Like basically like, you know, the most violent people, you know, it's like most people aren't violent anymore, they're just cowards. But I don't know, it's just weird. I don't know, it's a weird thing. I don't know. I think we're going to a renaissance. And I think everybody feels like a change happening, so their fears making things gonna be worse. But really, it's like this huge renaissance, a beautiful time to be alive. I think, you know, and like I'm glad I'm even here. You know, like the news cycle just makes you depressed, I guess, if you pay attention to it. But if you ignore it and just realize it's all written by the CIA, and everybody's just an actor. They're all CIA agents, really. Project Mockingbird, like 1975 to now, you know. But I think that, but no, I think it's very obvious, and it's just a great divide. And like, we got people arguing with their grandmas and shit, man. It's just like, grow up, dude. Like, if you talk to someone over 60 like that, fuck you. You know, it's like, it's basically just like, what are you doing, man? Anybody, like, show some fucking respect for people, man. Like, and, you know, I mean, I'll see somebody yell at like an 80-year-old or someone, you're fucking insane. I mean, you're literally fucking insane. You know, it's like, I would never, like, I don't know, over politics even. You know, it's like, they're like, fuck you and fuck this. Or I'm just like, you're talking to, you know, that's insane. I just, you know, that's not, but you shouldn't talk to anybody like that, to be honest. And like, I fuck up, I yell at people, I apologize. I fuck up all the time. Like, I'll just yell at somebody for being retarded. And I'm like, what I meant by that. You know, I mean, I'm Christian, so I have to fucking, you know, I have to like apologize. I have to repent for everything to Jesus anyway. And so I have to like go to this person. I'm like, okay, sorry, but I just don't want my life review just sucking. Me just yelling at everybody. Me have to feel the you ever get into that? Like the after you die shit where like there's like this life review or some shit where like you have to feel everything you made other people feel. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I yelled at a lot of motherfuckers. I picked on a lot of fucking people. Yeah, so I try to go back and just be like, you know, just like okay, hey. Like, I don't know. Like Quick Trip or something. You guys have Quick Trip where you guys are at? You guys have Quick Trips? Quick Trip, it's like a gas station. You guys have?
Yeah, QT.
You have that too? Okay, you don't have that though? Okay, yeah. But you know, the guy outside, he's like, hey, he's like, similar thing. You got money? I'm just like, shut the fuck up. I was like pointing at him, telling him, shut the fuck up. And I just go inside, and then I come back outside. I'm like, what do you want? I'm like, I'm sorry, man. But then like I'll be buying people multiple shit too, like at Pop's Kitchen or something. I'll be like, a couple guys like out there being bums, and I'm like, you want a burger? Or they ask me for a burger. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Other guys like, can I get one? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And then he's like, can I get a juice? And just like I pretend like he called me a Jew or something. I'm like, what'd you call me? And just go inside. I'm like, I don't know. And then if I could bring him 2 burgers, and then another guy's like, can I have a burger too? And I'm just like, you gotta like be like you know what I mean? It's just like, holy shit, dude. It's like you can't just like, it's not just one dude. It's like everyone. It's like holy shit, man. It's like I can only feed so many fucking people. You know what I mean? Like my empathy runs out every once in a while. You know, it's like I'm like, holy shit. It's like they're trying to ask me for food before I've even eaten my own food, which I think is disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful. Yeah. It's like disrespectful. It's like, I don't know. It's like, can I have everything you've ever had? I'm like, no. I mean, and like you half want to sell them for organs and you half want to get them a job, you know? You're like, do I sell their kidneys or do I just get them the fuck out of here? You know, it's like, that's what, like if I was an evil person, I'd be selling their kidneys already. Like I feel like if I wasn't a God-fearing person, I would just like, you know how much money that is? It's like $50K per kidney and shit. You know what I mean? It's just like, and then fucking their liver and shit. I just like break them up and just sell them to old rich people that are terrified to die. You know, that's what I'd fucking do. But like, I'm a good person, so I like yell at them and feed them. I'm like, you know, I'm like, get your life together. Here's a fucking sandwich. You know, it's like, you gotta give them the tough love, you know.
Right.
You have anything you guys want to bring up before I go into some other psychotic rant that makes no sense? I'm just joking. What else? What do you promote right now? You got a shit ton of strip clubs. What's going on with these strip clubs?
Right now, let me see. We've got a job offer to Mickey Rourke at Admiral. You know, we offered a job. We're offering him a job. You know, I know he's looking for a job. We're offering him a job. He's a legend. Admiral Theater's a legend. It's a good fit. If he wants to come there and work, we'll put him in an apartment and he can work for us until he gets on his feet. You know, it's funny because, you know, with Mickey Rourke, a lot of people are talking about him, but no one's really doing anything. So Admiral Theater is trying to do something. We're trying to actually offer him a solution to his problem, unlike all these other people who just are talking about him.
What's his problem? Catch me up real fast. What's going on with Mickey Rourke?
So I think Mickey Rourke, what is it? He got evicted from his house. I think he's broke and he got evicted. And I think he's homeless. I think that was the report that TMZ had about him.
It's sad.
Yeah. He's you know, a legendary actor, and I don't know if it's financial mismanagement or someone stole money from him or if he's got, you know, a dementia or whatever, but he apparently got evicted from his house in LA and they're trying to find housing for him. And I guess, I mean, all these people that he's worked for over the years and no one's trying to really step up and help him. So Admiral Theater is.
Aww.
All right, I set him up on Instagram. Let's see if I can get hold of him on Instagram. And I'll introduce you. If I can, get him to you or something.
Awesome, yeah.
I don't know if I can. I just spammed him when I heard that. I feel like I was supposed to hit him up when you said that. Okay. I didn't know that. That's cool. So I just go, yeah, no, I asked him a question real fast and said something. But yeah, no, I'll if I get a hold of him, I'll send him to Laney or something like to get there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I mean, I don't know if it's like I said it. You can't fucking hit a home run if you don't swing though. You know, I'm just
right.
swinging. You know? I'm just saying I'm swinging. Who knows?
Right.
You know, That's fucking touching, man. That's good, man. Yeah, you got to help people to change. I mean, he probably did something for you, right? Like if he's in there, you like his work or something. I'm assuming, or a fan.
Yeah, I mean, he's had some legendary movies. The Wrestler was a great movie. That was a great movie he was in. He's had a lot of hits throughout the years, and it always just irritates me when you get a lot of people that talk about something and they don't try to actually find a solution to it. And with him, all these people in the media are talking about it, and it's like, well, why don't you offer him a job or do something to help him instead of just criticizing him or kicking the man when he's down. So I can at least say, hey, we'll put you in an apartment and we'll give you a job at Admiral. You played a tough guy many years in Hollywood. Come and come work for us.
I like that a lot, man. That's really cool of you.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So I think that's mutually beneficial. I think that'll help your club, and I think that'll help somebody get back on their feet and stuff. And offering, I mean, you're immediately solving his problem. Yeah. Like basically, you're like, your problem's this, but also, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they're wrong about. Hopefully the media's wrong about the guy, like they were about a couple people. I don't know. Hopefully it's just a bad press story or something. But no, I like that. I like that though, man. Like, so that's your Chicago club's the Admiral.
Yeah, the Admiral Theater.
Let me look this up. I've never seen.
So it's one of the only strip clubs that has a Wikipedia page, and it's actually kind of legendary. It was a mob hangout in the 60s and 70s. Al Capone hung out there. It was mob controlled until the mid 80s.
That's fucking cool.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna pull this up for the people watching too. That's crazy, man. Like, I'm glad I asked that. Let me see. The Admiral of Chicago. So this is your spot?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, hang on. There we go. So that's your spot?
Yep, Admiral Theater.
Looks cool, man. Looks magic, man. Looks like you ever see Last Action Hero?
Yeah.
Looks like that movie theater to me, kind of like the magic spot. That's cool.
Yeah, that's what the Admiral looks like. It doesn't look like any other strip club you've ever seen.
That's really cool.
Oh, sorry. Is this an old movie theater? You said?
Yeah, it was built in the 20s. It was a vaudeville. It was originally like a silent movie theater, and then a vaudeville theater, and then in the 60s it became a porn theater, and the mob took control of it. It was it was the headquarters of the Chicago bookmaking racket in the 70s, and then in the 80s, Patsy Rich he ran it. And he was the bookmaker for the Chicago mob until he got offed one day, and then another guy bought it, and it's not the mob isn't really around that much anymore. But the Admiral was the headquarters of the Chicago bookmaking for a long time.
That's awesome. So you bought an old mob hangout.
Yeah.
Strip club, basically. That's crazy cool, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so fucking cool, man. I like it a lot, man. I'm tearing through the images of it, like for people watching. If you're listening, you're missing out. But yeah, that's crazy backstory. That's your coolest club, or what else you working with? Like what else we got?
So that's one, and then another club is what's another good one? Mouse's Ear, Knoxville. That's where I'm at tonight.
We're doxing you.
I'm actually here tonight in Knoxville in the office.
Pull that up real fast. Mouse's Ear, correct? Okay.
Not as famous as the Admiral, but
where is Knoxville? Is that close to Nashville?
It's over in East Tennessee. It's about 2 hours from Nashville. It's closer to like the North Carolina side of Tennessee.
Oh, okay. There's literally a map up here, actually. Hang on. Oh, okay. You're right by Cedar Bluff. Is that Iowa? No, wait, hang on. No,
Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that threw me off.
There's a Cedar Bluff. There is a Cedar Bluff neighborhood in Knoxville.
Oh, okay. It's a neighborhood. That makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's cool, man. Like, what's your favorite spot? Like, do you like that one the best, or which one's your?
I like Admiral Theater. That's probably my favorite one, just because it's a really cool building. I like the Tennessee clubs, Knoxville and Chattanooga. Chattanooga's Diamonds and Lace. That's another favorite club of mine. I'm there a lot just because that's near my house. but they're all great. I mean, they're all like children. I mean, you like them all differently for different reasons.
Okay.
So hang on. Do you have those weird laws like in Tennessee where it's hard? Like you have to like do these weird drink things. Like you have to go to a strip club sober in Tennessee, or a beer or something, or what is it like?
So Tennessee, actually, where we're at in Tennessee, it's very relaxed. You know, it's BYOB in Knoxville and Johnson City. We don't really see law enforcement, but in Nashville, Nashville is it's a 6 foot rule. You have to stay 6 foot from the dancers at all times. You can't even give them the money, and all the dancers have to have permits from the city to dance. Nashville makes it very complicated. And it's funny because you would think that like cities that are controlled more by liberals and Democrats would be more welcoming to strip clubs, but it's the total opposite. At least in Tennessee, the areas that are controlled by conservatives are very, very relaxed. You don't really see law enforcement. You don't see anybody. But Nashville, which is heavily the city government is pretty liberal and Democrat. They're very, very, very tough on the strip clubs there, and it's just weird. Total opposite.
That's how I felt. I was super Republican at one point, and then I went to the South, and they're mad about marijuana, and I'm just like, oh my god, dude! I'm like, small government cares about marijuana.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god! It's like that's I was like I felt really into my parties and stuff too, and like as I get older, I'm just like fuck both sides, like you're saying. It's like it's a weird, it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
This is kind of interesting about St. Louis too. Before I ask another question, but people don't know how to do anything in downtown St. Louis. They're never down here. They don't know how to park or anything like that. Like I just answered, I'm showing my friend a tour of some office buildings we're grabbing like in this building, and and he's like, how do I like? People are like, I mean, which he's asking an actual question. I once had to ask it when I came down here. I didn't know either. But people don't know how to live in these certain cities and stuff anymore. It's like funny to see, and you almost have to educate people on how to do it. Like you know what I mean. I thought that was an interesting thing. But back to okay. So the Admiral, was that a thing? What was your first strip club? You're known for the Pony Club, aren't you? Isn't that what you're known for originally?
Yeah. Worked for the Pony Clubs. The first club I ever worked in was in Richmond, Virginia. It was Daddy Rabbits. Okay. It was a real rowdy little strip club. I mean, it was like this is where people went to fight on the nighttime at nighttime. I mean, we had like I never forget. It was almost 20 years ago. We had like afternoon happy hour, and it was like Vietnam vets that would come in there and hang out, and then it would be some bikers that would come in there and hang out, and kids would come in there and fuck with the bikers or the Vietnam vet guys, and they would get their ass handed to them. And I was in the DJ booth back then. I had no idea what the hell was going on, so I would just be like, I hope no one throws a beer bottle or hits me or anything like that. But it was wild, and that's back in the day, like when strip clubs were still kind of rowdy. I mean, these days it's very tame compared to how it was 20 years ago. I mean, 20 years ago, you had a whole lot of different stuff going on than now. I mean, nowadays it's a fight maybe once in a while, but not that often. Back 20 years ago, guaranteed fight almost every night.
What was the first one you owned?
The first club I ever owned was a club in Tampa, Florida. It doesn't exist anymore. I owned it for about 8 months. I bought it. It was fucked up. I fixed it up, flipped it, and made some money off of the deal.
Okay. Yeah, that's smart, bro. Get the income coming in. That's smart. That's
a lot of clubs are like that. I mean, it's a lot of clubs are like that where someone's owned them, ran it into the ground, and either it's been bad management, whether they were a lot of the times, sometimes they're married and they start messing with one of the dancers, and then they have their personal life is crumbling down and on fire. So then they've got to get rid of the club, and you've got to come in and fix all of that. So it's usually something like that you have to end up cleaning up.
Yeah, I know that's funny you said that. I'm in the 5th largest building in Missouri right now.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing 2 floors on here because of exactly what you said, the former mismanagement of this place, basically. And I'm just like, I got a place in it, and I just sat here. And I'm like, I see how it's ran. I'm just like, what? And then just like it's the same thing you probably see in businesses. It's like that's what I'm trying to say. It's like when you have to. It's basically like a lot of people think business is like I have to invent something no one's ever heard of before. But really, it's like you just fix things that are broken. And that's the best you possibly do. I agree 100% what you're saying. and it was just relative to me right now. I was about to after this stream, I'm giving a tour of those floors and and it's just like one of those things, man. It's like it's the exact same thing. The bank just doesn't know how to manage what they have, basically. Like this building is a completely self-sustaining building that's off the grid, basically, because it was built by a gas company back in the day. I don't know. It's just like I don't know if you're an architect, it may be boring to you, but I was just saying, like, it's just such a legendary. This is such a legendary place too. It's like it's like the same way you probably look at the Admiral is probably how I look at this building. You know what I mean? So it's probably the same. You're like, this is like so perfect. Why'd they fuck this up? And then like you could see the mob. You could see the mob hung out in that spot. Like you just like I bet you could feel it when you're there, man. Like what you saw, you could just see they're just chain smoking. Did it smell like fucking cigarettes in there when you got it?
Yeah.
Like chain smoking fucking cigarettes and doing some fucking crazy wild shit, man. That's what it seemed like to me, man. Like that was the vibe. It seemed like it was just some fucking wild. Like you ever go to Vegas? Like how cool you probably do. Like you ever go to like the old part? What's that called? Everybody goes to it now. Not the Strip, but the other spot in Vegas. I forgot what it's called.
Oh, Fremont Street.
Fremont, yeah. You ever go to those old clubs there, and you're just like,
yeah,
you can feel that Elvis was here.
Yeah.
You feel the fucking vibe. I bet that's what the Admiral feels like. I haven't been there, but I bet that's what it feels like. It's like I bet Al Capone beat the fuck out of somebody here. Or something crazy, I'm making shit up because I have no historical documents on this. But I'm saying it feels like that vibe though when you see it though. It's like I don't want to people to think that was real, Some guy on the internet say that Al Capone beat, but no, it's like I love that vibe, man. That's what Fremont Street kind of feels like in the older spots. Like you feel like the ghost of like rock star past, and like in there. And that's like it's like we're the new guard, So it's like
exactly
seeing where the old guard was, like because like how you saw Larry Flint's probably how I saw Elvis, I see my parents' jobs and everyone's jobs around me. I saw Elvis on TV, and I'm just like, that's a job. I'm like, that's an option for work. He's like being Elvis, just like I don't know. It just made that's what the root,
Yeah.
And I think it's everyone's got that one. Like a couple people, like I don't know. Nadia, what are we not asking him? What's some good shit like you think we should be asking?
I think we hit a lot of stuff. Pretty good.
Well, I asked a lot of shit you briefed me on before too. So like she told me a bunch of stuff for stream, and I feel like I just naturally was like asking anyway too. Like so I probably stole your questions, but like also to be fair, the credit, It's a good site that I probably did steal some questions. But no, it's like it's legendary, man. So like, what do you think people should know about like your business? That like it's like, I mean, I bet there's a lot of misconceptions. Like, what do you think people should know about your business?
I think that people should know, we're professional. We keep it 100%. A lot of people I know a lot of people have misconception about me. They think, strip club operator or strip club managers walk around slapping girls on the asses and, this is just, a playhouse and it's all fun and games. It's not like that at all, We are 100% above board. I think you would never be able to find any dancer or entertainer that I've ever treated badly or treated, I've never slapped anybody on the ass, and I don't think none of the managers have. I have mainly female managers because that's just they do a lot better job as far as managing their personal life inside the club versus the male man. I mean, I have male managers, and some of them are very good, but a lot of them come into the business with the whole idea of they're looking for a girlfriend and they're going to meet one. They have the, they have the whole idea that, oh, it's going to be great. I'm going to be working at a strip club and I can date all the dancers and I'll have my own dating pool. And the reality is it's not like that at all. And, I think people need to know about me and the misconception about me and the people that are in this business. For the most part, everyone's professional.
You seem like that, like to be real. You seem like I believe you when you say that. Do what?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, he's so genuine. Like, he's just like very sweet.
Because that's totally what you should say in his position, but I actually believe him. I mean, it's like I feel like that was real. Yeah, no, that's true, man. And I think like Nadia and I were talking about that briefly before too. It's like I mean, just kind of like even having like a podcast. Like my co-host normally, is a porn star, and then Nadia filling in as a porn star. It's like comedians will ask me, they'll think I'm just like, it's like talking to porn stars is the same thing as like owning a strip club, I imagine. Like, oh, you just bang every girl you've ever talked to on your show. They're like, actually, it's the dumbest fucking questions. And I'm like married and ugly. I'm like, I'm flattered you think I could, but I'm also married. You know, he's like it's just like I'm ugly and married, and I'm flattered that like they'll ask that shit. Like people ask, like other comedians, other people ask me that shit all the time. And it's like you can't be in this business or in any business and be creepy. I mean, unless you have a 6-pack and $1 billion, and I'm neither. So it's like I'm not good looking enough or rich enough to be creepy. So it's like, and you have to know that, I think. Self-awareness, you know. And I think people probably think the same about strip clubs. They're like, oh, I bet you saw all these girls. Are you married too?
Yeah.
Seems like, yeah, okay, most business people probably. I assume that's smart. Yeah. What does your wife think about it? Like that's an interesting thing, probably.
She's cool. I mean, she doesn't really mind. She stays away from the clubs, but she knows. I mean, she doesn't like attention, or she doesn't want to be on the social media or in the pictures or anything like that. So she's real laid back and real. She wants to be behind the scenes.
That's cool.
No, it's smart that like, you gotta chill girl if she's cool. You know what I mean, like I feel like my wife's like that too. Like going to like AVNs and shit. Like I remember going to like a porn star. There's like this thing called the porn star party or something like that. Before I go there, I'm like, my wife's gonna kill me. I mean, I'm gonna fucking just like, I'll tell her I did this. I'm not lying about it. But I'm gonna go. You should fucking kill me. And then like you go there, it's like prom or something. You know, it's like this weird. Like everything's not as like cool as it seems. Like you're saying I mean, it's good for the customer. Like you mean like I think for the customer is great, but like for like just to doing all these, you know, it's like a weird. I don't know how to describe it. It's like you gotta have a cool girl. I can relate to that because my wife's really cool, and I bet you have a cool because like not a lot of women would be secure enough with themselves or intelligent enough to handle people like you or me. I feel like, and like, well, I'm more you probably because like you have a strip club. I think more so than me just having a podcast. But I'm just saying, you know, what I mean, I think that's a little more wild. But I think it's good that you have a good teammate that doesn't give a fuck and like sees you're about business. Yeah. You just seem like you're about business. You have 15 locations. You're not like, you know what I mean? You're not like, look at my 15 girls. Like I got 15 locations. What the fuck? I got brick and mortar. You know, I'm saying that's fucking the skin of the game. You know, that's good as fuck. And like, I love that energy, man. It's like success is like an intoxicating energy. You know, it's like one of those things. Like it's a good vibe. And I love being around winners and shit. And that's cool. That's cool, man. Like, I'm trying to think what else. If I have any questions for strip owners, I'd probably what's some stuff people don't know about strip clubs? I bet there's a shit ton of stuff like that. Like, what is it like? I mean, is it like working at a fucking Applebee's or something? Like, what's it like to be? You know, like, what's it like having a job at a strip club? You know, it's like, is it routine and monotony and boring at this point, or is it fun still? You know,
it's always fun, you know, coming up with ideas, and you know, the thing that's cool about it for me anyway is I'm usually know the language that the young people are speaking, you know, all this crap like 6-7 and cap or whatever. You know, I know what people are talking about in the song, the music especially. I find that a lot of the time that when I'm doing stuff around people my age, that they don't really know the new music, or here's, oh, this is a great song, I just heard this. I'm like, this song has been out forever. The girls in the club play it all the time. Or they're talking about, well, you know, my kid came home from college and said the word 6-7 or cap, what does that mean? And I'm like, oh, I know what that means because, you know, the girls in the club speak that language. So I find that a lot of the time I'm ahead of people on cultural trends and music and stuff, just because I'm around people that are 20, 18, 19, 20, because they work in the clubs. They're dancers. So I know what they talk about. I know their vocab, and probably much more so than most people my age. And it's exciting. We do a lot of events that are exciting. It's cool because it gives me a creative outlet to do that kind of stuff. You know, hearing a lot of the behind the scenes stories and knowing what's going on is always crazy, because you overhear guests talking about, you know, this dancer or that dancer, they're the greatest one ever. And I'm like, well, you really don't know. You don't know the whole story about what's going on with her. I know that in my head, you know, but they, you know, you get to see the two sides of people. And it's kind of like what I've said to other people, which is like in the strip clubs, you know, we're selling the fantasy. We're selling like the movie, the TV show, and, you know, Bambi, the Bambi, you know, in the strip club is not Bambi in real life, but that's all Bambi from the strip club is all the people in the strip club know. And so when they talk about Bambi, to me, I know the real Bambi, but I also know Bambi, the character that she's playing in the strip club. So it's always fun to kind of like know the two different personas of the different people, you know.
No, it is interesting.
Yeah, it is neat.
You know, there's a lot of people that, and it's probably the same way with porn and adult entertainment. I mean, there's some people out there who think the bang bus actually is the bang bus, and that they walk around Miami, the bus is actually, there's actually going to be a van that pulls up next to them, and hey, you want to be on the bang bus or whatever. But it doesn't really work like that. You know, it's a fantasy that you watch on TV, and it's the same thing in the strip club. When people are in the strip club, it's a fantasy. And if you actually know the inner workings behind it, then, you know, it's a lot less mysterious. But we know the inner workings, but they don't.
Yep.
I work with porn stars because they've never told me to censor myself, and they all have fan bases, and they're all like really creative. Like to be honest, like in my opinion, to be honest, like I just know, and plus it's like a taboo aspect of it probably. And I know sex sells, obviously. I mean that's obvious too. But I'm just saying, like I feel like that's why I think they're good at work at what they do and stuff. Like they all have fan bases and shit. No, it's like it's just smart. You know, most of them are really smart, man. I think like we overlook how famous a lot of them are. You know, I think we overlook like that. I think like as a society we don't recognize like porn stars are probably more famous than like Tom Cruise and shit.
Right.
Like, more people probably watched a Pornhub movie of like Nadia or like somebody else, somebody in the industry or something like that, than like have watched these movies that people like claim are hits and shit. And it's like you know what I mean. Like porn does way better numbers, and I mean, and, like I mean until you had to scan your ID, I don't know how that's going to affect porn. I mean, people may just use VPNs or something, or until I'm trying to figure out the future because like the entire internet was built on porn, basically, because I feel like the Visa, the credit card transaction, most of the innovation in the internet has been porn. So I'd be interested in seeing if they weed that out, what would happen. If it, like, you mean like is it now not cool? Is this like stuff that people don't use anymore? Are people just gonna like close the laptop, the phone, the whatever, and be like the spell wears off at some point, I imagine, right? Because we all love television, we all love radio, now it's internet. So I mean, the spell wears off of it eventually. And we go to something else, I imagine, you know, I just don't know what it is yet. And if it's going back to nothing, or if like we just like get so tired of staring at a screen, and we realize one day that we just watched a screen for 30 years, that we're like, oh shit, we better just like do something. You know, it's like I don't know. I'm just like guessing and imagining. But I think like I'd say the porn industry is basically pioneered and been the reason that most of these things have gone through as fast as they have. I mean, it's probably the buffering rate on video for sure. You remember the 90s porn? You're just like, what the fuck? You're like, I guarantee internet speed and buffering alone. Like, I mean, I believe there's. I mean, people won't say that, but I think it's true though. I think it's like there's a lot of innovation in that though.
Yeah.
In that field, and I think it led the internet.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you can almost trace it to the AVN show. I mean, I went to the AVN shows in the early 2000s, and you know, it's still a VCR, and then it, you know, DVD and cams. The whole cam thing was still, you know, nobody really knew about that, and then that became big. And I mean, I remember it was one of the AVN speeches. Larry Flint gave the keynote at one of the AVN speeches. I think it was 2004 or 5. And I think he said something like, look around for the person on your left and the right, you know, in 10 years, they won't be here, you know, and it was, you know, because people refused to innovate or see the future, or, you know, they were stuck like, well, VCRs have been around forever. VCR tapes are always going to be here. They had no idea that, you know, there was going to be something else. And that's what we look for in the strip club industry too. You know, what's next? How are things changing? You don't want to be Blockbuster in a Netflix world. You know, you don't want to be the guy that says, well, you know, 8 tracks are going to live forever. And now, you know, with everything stream, you want to find what's next, whether that's in, you know, porn or strip clubs, or you want to find what's next and how to get there, you know, before anybody else can figure it out.
I agree 100%.
You know?
Yeah, I think I got lucky with podcasts. I think it's a similar thing with podcasts. Like I still want to do radio or have a boss. Like I see, and then podcasting picked up way more than radio. I realized like it was like I fell into that. And you're right. You want the next thing. I can't just be like podcasting's forever. Like either, you know, I got to think of like the next thing because like I don't know. It's like it's cool to be able to talk to, like, I don't know. It's a cool medium, but like I mean, even television. I think it's going back to the cable format. I think of like YouTube TV and stuff. I think it's going back because people like that format. and sometimes I just don't want to fucking think of a movie. It's like I have to pick every fucking movie. Am I the program director here at Netflix? It's like you have the app, right? I don't even use apps. Like, to be honest, I use YouTube. That's probably all I use, and I should say Rumble. I use Rumble to stream because I love that they let me say whatever the fuck I want. But YouTube's just such an established thing, and so many people are on it that it's like I'll watch that all day. I watch like TV shows from the '90s on there. Like I watch like cable from the '90s, like nostalgia and stuff, and just fun shit. I mean, whatever the fuck. I watch whatever I want. But I'm saying like podcasts. I mean, you can watch whatever you want, and you're not limited to like. When I open Netflix, it's all like Luciferian. It seems like to me personally, it's like a show called Lucifer, and like another thing's like 25 people I killed, and like next one's like the murderer or some shit. I'm like, man, this is like some dark subject matter that I don't care about. You know, it's like I just don't want to. I don't care about evil shit. I think Satan's a loser. You know, like it's like like you know, I read the end of the book, dog. You know, so it's just like it's all boring to me and low energy. So I like good shit and fun shit and cool shit. I think YouTube has more of that. I think like the internet has more of that, and that's why it took over. But I think it'll go back to a cable format, though. I think like interface wise, like I think like you'll have a menu like the old like television, like cable and television had. I think you'll have like I mean YouTube TV is already doing that, so it's already kind of existing, and Roku's kind of existing like that. But it's like I think it's gonna be more so that I think like I bet TV networks come back, and I bet like Warner sold at the wrong time. Like didn't they just sell to somebody?
Yeah, I think what Warner, who did they sell to? Was it Netflix? I don't know. Netflix tried to buy somebody, but I don't know if that deal was going to go. It was a stock battle.
Let me see who bought it. Hang on, because that was a crazy stupid move. Because I think TV's about to come back. I think it's like I think like not like traditionally, but like this is just a radio or a television show, whatever the fuck we're doing with this. Like so, it's like they're gonna reinvent like I don't know how to describe it. They're gonna reinvent the cable format. I think that's the easiest way to say it. They're gonna use the format. And I think like it's a bad time to sell. Who bought Warner? Sorry, that's what I asked. But who bought Warner?
My German Shepherd is like staring at me. He's going by. I'm like, this is so funny.
That is funny.
She's like, I have to go out.
Yeah, we've been talking forever. If you want to wrap up in a sec too or whatever. But yeah, we've been on here for fucking ever. But I'm having fun. Netflix is acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery and TV studios HBO Max and HBO Max, $82 billion deal.
Wow.
Which I think honestly is way undervalued because like Warner has like a lot of shit. I mean, as far as catalogs go and shit, that's like undervalued as fuck. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Somebody just because what is that? Inflation hit, so we're like that's like 40 billion for 2020. Yeah, that's way undervalued. That's a huge catalog. I mean, that's a huge catalog. Like that was a dumb move, and like Netflix just owning those rights could be in the game forever. Like say it does go to cable, but here's the thing: Netflix would just offer that. Netflix would they're already going live streaming with events. So I think streaming is a thing because like we wanted live TV. Holy shit! Man. You hear that car alarm? It's like distracting as fuck. I'm just like talking. There's this loud noise of like. It's like, oh my God, like rob people better. You know what I mean? It's like, holy fuck. But I'm saying, or turn your shit off, you know? But like, but no, I think like it's going that way regardless. Netflix, it could be like how like the music industry survived off of like owning like people's rights to music, like Bowie and Bieber and all that shit. What's that called? I forgot what it's called. Like, but those publishers, like, so you'd always be a publisher no matter what I think. So it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but I think that's the next thing, obviously. This is fucking killing me, man. I'm about to jump out this window. It's like fucking like you guys can hear that in your straight face. And that's how you guys I don't know how you guys can smile through that. Holy shit. That is the worst shit I've ever heard in my life. You guys are professionals. You can smile through that fucking car alarm. But yeah, I think it's a sign we should get the fuck out of here because that's like shit. I want to leave this right now. But no, dude, absolute honor meeting you, brother. And,
yeah, it's great.
Absolute honor, man. Like your story is cool as fuck. To be honest, man, I'm just some fucking fat kid from Missouri. You know, like I grew up in like looks hairy and shit. Like no, like your story is very cool and shit. That inspiring seeing like you run that many locations. To be honest, man, that's like what sticks out in my mind is that you're able to do that so many times. And success is cool, man. I like that fucking Larry Flint movie too, man. So it's cool to see somebody be inspired by the free speech aspect of it too. I love that part.
Yeah, definitely.
And then
it was really nice meeting you. So.
I'd like to meet you too.
Yeah.
And then Nadia's a complete legend. Like she's like going backwards in her career even being here. I feel like so. I appreciate the charity tonight, Nadia. You know, well, I appreciate the upwards and charity.
I like.
It cut out for a second. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said it's this homie because I've known you for so long.
Yeah, no, I've known you forever now. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, anything else you guys want to throw out promo wise or anything like that before this fucking car alarm makes my head explode?
I just say you can follow me on Instagram. I am Mr. Mike D, or on X. I'm always posting events and stuff that we're doing.
Yeah, and I'm Nadia XXX North on Instagram and on like Facebook and also on X.
Bam, perfect. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you spending your Tuesday night doing this, or if you're watching later, you're not as cool as the people that watch live. So thank you all for watching live, and thank you all for making my dreams come true. This would be a Zoom call without you guys watching. So I appreciate it. You guys are responsible for my success. So thank you, and God bless all of you. God bless the world. Help everybody out. Love them all. I'm gonna get out of here too and go shoot this guy. So.